Alright, says I'm live. I assume it's okay. Probably. 0 viewers right now, but that is a-okay. Just figuring it out a little. Oh. Wow, damn, you were fast, dude. I literally just started it. Welcome back. I think it's working. Let's see. Is this working? Yep, that's working. Oh. Okay. Beautiful. Alright then, I guess I'm just gonna get right to it. And thanks for the good luck wishes. Oh, would you look at that? Ah, there we go. Wouldn't that be the funniest thing if I just took it right off the bat? It's a decent spawn. Not the best I could have gotten, though. Who stole the record? Raptor, that guy right above you. He stole the record. That bastard took it down to 10:03. Which is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. He actually put a little bit of a fire under my ass. There's actually a chance that I might not get it back today. Just a chance, though. Just a chance. If I'm a little bit lucky, if a patrol zone popped up in the next, 5-10 seconds, I'd be in a great spot. And if I get good mushroom spawns, I'll be in a good spot. I don't know about a 10:03 pace, though. I think my spawn was a little not good enough for that. If I have a good mushroom spawn and a patrol zone doesn't take around too long, and or nothing kills me. Yeah, 9:30 pace sounds crazy, though. I don't know what the math would check out to be for what the lowest theoretical number could be. I would guess it'd probably be 7 something, maybe 8 minutes. Is probably the lowest you could possibly get if you used cheating in some way, just keeping 300% growth rate off spawn. But for actual human gameplay, oh. I thought I saw something. That's okay. How we doing? Okay, good enough. Awesome, man. I don't know about the audio interface stuff. I'm quite a Neanderthal when it comes to technology. If any of you were here at the start of my other stream I did, it was the polite term, I guess, would be technical issues. There was technical issues, but in my brain, I did not know what the fuck I was doing. But it's already going better, unless the pig kills me, which is a very real possibility. You know, if I was a little smarter, I'd eat the ones that are in that bush right there, so that I'm not so obviously in the open. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. I don't think there's any particular order to how you spawn. You can get multiple... I mean, maybe there is over such a long term, but I feel like there's no actual spawn order. I think Beast Bermuda is an acquired taste. I think any kind of game is an acquired taste. I think the Isle is an acquired taste. But fundamentally, if you're playing something like... I think the Isle, going into Beast of Bermuda, and you're expecting it to be similar, you're going to kind of have a bit of a disjointed experience, because it's a lot more arcadey. It's goofy. It's silly by design. It's not like a silly in a ha-ha funny unintended way. It's completely intentional to be so silly. And if you go into it with that kind of framework in mind, I think you can enjoy Beast of Bermuda. I have fun with it, for the most part. Oh, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a reset. That sounds like an imminent reset. We'll find out. The funny thing about Highland Spawn is it's not a bad spawn for Hipsy if you're trying to play the game genuinely. But for the purposes of this, a Highland Spawn is brutal. Well, it'd be hard to just guess why you don't enjoy it, but there are a lot of things about it that are kind of obnoxious. There's a lot of frustrating things about it, especially with specific playables, and just the nature of the fact that you get these people in these servers who have several thousand hours over you on the game, and have many inherent advantages beyond just their skill. So, like in the Isle, if you're a full-grown Serato and you run into another full-grown Serato, you guys are kind of playing with the same cards. And it just comes down to really who's better, environment, and minor details. Whereas in Beast of Bermuda, you can run into somebody playing the exact same thing as you, but they're 3 times your size. And they're faster than you. They do more damage than you. They have more health than you. They have more talents than you. And you're just kind of shit out of luck. They don't get slower as they get bigger. Oh, that's so brutal. No patrol zone, huh? Oh, this was an actual contender for a moment. Let's see if I can force one to spawn. Oh, people totally probably spent thousands of hours. The biggest I got, you can see it in my Chang'e videos. I got a Chang'e to 4 point something. And that was and that's one of the fastest growing things there. Getting it to 4 point something was probably well over 20 hours of gameplay. I wouldn't be able to remember off the top of my head. There are people who will spend a shitload of hours on that game on the same dino, and because you can switch between dinosaurs, they have like a character select. You can have multiple save states. You can, say, play your Chang'e for a couple hours, and if food starts getting scarce, you're starting to worry about it, you can just log off and keep playing on the same server, but as something else. So that you don't really run the risk of your guy starving to death. And that's what a lot of these people do. Especially, they have a lot of clans on official servers and such, where they'll all group together. They'll absolutely, like, feed each other and sustain each other. Man, I am not spawning a patrol zone. Never mind. I guess I'm not ruining the record on my very first run. Wouldn't that be funny as shit? Ugh. Well, I'll write it out of curiosity. I think I'm going to end up with like 11 something. Probably a little more, actually. A little over 11 minutes, I guess. But, is what it is. Maybe I can get a little bit luckier. It can be toxic on that game, but yeah, it would have been a personal best at the least. It might not have been the sub 10, but it would have been pretty good. Current world record was by Raptor 410, and he got 10 minutes and 3 seconds, which I plugged into my little timer here for easy keeping track, which is a good time, very good time. And I'm definitely not beating it on this run here. Yeah, no patrol zone spawned. I'm just gonna give her the old... Actually, no, see, here's where some strategy comes into play. If I stay alive right now for a little bit, keep wandering around, I can maybe get some plants to spawn here, And so in future respawns, I might not have a patrol zone here immediately, but the plants will already be in the game here. So if I spawn South Plains again, the plants are already loaded in. May not give me a patrol zone right away, but I go over to the sanctuary, I'm here for a few minutes, I don't have to wait for any plants to spawn at least. They'll already be here. I just have to wait for the patrol zone to come up. So it could be advantageous to me to ride this one out a little bit longer. At least just long enough to say I tried. Yeah, the Beast of Bermuda community is funny as hell. A lot of them really hate the Isle for some reason. And I don't quite get it. Because, like, the two games are kind of competitor games, I guess. But they're fundamentally very different games. It's not like choosing between Solitaire and Spider Solitaire. You know, they're not that similar of games. They're just dinosaurs that you try to survive on. Well, hopefully this helps with some spawn, but I clearly didn't get the record, so time to do the old Suicide Arena. Oh, wow, that ball hurt me? Oh. Well, I guess I could really easily kill myself. Do I feed this Serato? Here, I'll feed these Seratos. Come on. Well, these little guys are not alt-biting me. They're making me puke without biting me. Very interestingly. Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. Jesus Christ. Alright. I should have just jumped off the cliff. I thought I was going to be funny. Alright. Alright, round two. Bro, you're joking. It actually Highland spawn? Wild. You're... That's actually crazy that you called that. Alright, I guess this is a suicide speedrun now. Good thing there's a... Thing is, I'm too slow. I don't think I can kill myself off this drop here. I don't think I could jump far enough to not hit the slope. Let's see. Maybe I can. Oh, I think I did. Cool. Isla Pandora. I can't say I've heard of that one. I've only played on a few of the community servers. Most of them I haven't really been a big old fan of them. I think this is jungle. Yeah. It's a great spot on the jungle though, because this is probably about the quickest way I could kill myself. Yeah, Peds is the one community server I play sometimes. I like their rules. Their staff is a little egotistical, but you know, they're unpaid. It's not like my taxes go to them or anything, so they're not really beholden to me in any way. So I don't exactly blame them for being that way. I for the most part play officials. Like I really only wish that if officials had some better measures against mix packs and mega packs, they'd be fantastic. But no rules is no rules, so you get what you get. Let me guess. Oh. East Plains? Swamp? Let's see. Can I smell food from right here? Is swamp food spawns gonna work? No. Swamp food spawns are not gonna work. We do the old tried and true. Well, Peds is it's a European server, and I think it's in Italy. I'm pretty sure Poutine, he's actually a YouTuber, is the one who runs it. I'm pretty sure it's in Italy. I might be wrong. But, so, that's also kind of my big issue with it, is that my ping there is terrible. There aren't really a lot of good US-based community servers. Oh, it's French. Okay. Good old Hipsy drowning simulator. I could actually wait to play a lot of them. I'm excited for Trike and Rex. I'm not excited for Trike in its current state right now in the Horde test. It has got me a hater. Oh, well, about to have to drown again. Any food spawns? No? No food spawns? Of course. I am a Trike hater right now because they released it so unfinished. Oh no, there's no chance I could beat the world record playing Trudon. Hipsy's just grows way too fast. Its base growth is 30 minutes. And now that there aren't even any negative growths anymore, you can't get longer than that. I think, ooh, I don't know what Trudon's base growth would be. But I would be surprised if even playing at your best, you could even get it to 30 minutes, and that's the slowest you can get Hipsy. Trudon does not stand a chance, unfortunately. And also, rather interestingly, Trudon's not the second fastest growing. Beppy and Pteranodon grow faster. Which is funny, because Beppy is bigger than Trudon. And you know what grows at the same speed as Trudon? Dryo. Dryo grows at the same speed as Trudon, and it's twice its size. Trudon grows kind of slow for its size, honestly. Aloe release. Man, it'd be hard to predict. It's going to be this year for sure. I would guess that Aloe's probably going to come out. If we're getting this sort of Horde tested now, I'd say Aloe's probably going to be looking at late summer. My guess, at least. Could be closer, could be further. They make it sound like it's closer, but I'm not. Whatever. For posterity, I'll put it on. See at time how quickly I could suicide. They make it seem like they're further along on Aloe, but I'm pretty confident they're not that far on Aloe. I don't know. I don't know about nesting streams. I never thought about that before. I try to nest every opportunity I get, really, for the most part. But I never really thought about that before. I'm not much of a streamer, per se, but... Oh, yes, the lovely Swamp Black Box. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the suicide record. 53 seconds, that's pretty fast. There's no way Kentra is coming at the same time. Well, I wanted to. I'm actually excited for Kentro, I'd say. I think Kentro is going to be really fun. I think it's going to be Stego, but actually fun. Well, I don't know, maybe Stego will be fun now once Trike and Rex and Aloe and stuff like that are in the game. Stego right now, that was boring. Oh, here's a fantastic one. Come on. Alright. Oh, it didn't start my timer. My timer's going to be off by like a second. That's super unlucky. Let's see if my my lingering paid off earlier and got some plants to spawn better. See, Ostro and Kentro might come together. If I had to guess, those two are probably fairly similar in their progress. The devs aren't totally upfront about that sort of stuff, though. For good reasons, I guess, but... See, I think Barry has probably, like, no progress on it. That's my guess. I think Ostro and Kentro probably have more progress than Barry. Just from what they show, like for Barry, they've only shown like some stills, not really shown any actual animations, no stats. It's not been featured on anything really. It's just little teasers from Kissin. I think Barry's not nearly as done as a lot of other people seem to think it is. I mean, honestly, I think Rex and Trike aren't nearly as done as the devs try to make us think they are. Because Trike, they gave us Trike way too early, man. It needed more time in the oven to even reach public testing. It's kind of offensively bad. It's missing so many of its sounds. Its calls are all placeholder calls. It has its sparring now, I guess, but its stats are very, very goofy stats. But, you know, testing, whatnot. Normal stuff. Okay, there were mushrooms right here last time. Awkward. Where'd my mushrooms go? Somebody ate my mushrooms. They're gone. This is super obnoxious. Oh, man. Well, this was a good run record. This was a good pace. It's gone now. Oh, wait. We'll see. I hope Rex isn't as unpolished as Trike. Like, it's not even a matter of polish. It's that it was just given to us woefully incomplete. Woefully incomplete. They just did not give us a Trike worth playtesting, I think. No sounds. Well, okay, not no sounds. Very few sounds. And most of its animations are screwy. The models had several issues they've had to fix multiple times. The test stats are atrocious and nonsensical, and they haven't adjusted them even once. Which, during the Diablo horde testing, they adjusted its stats several times fairly quickly into it. And Diablo had its sounds, and Diablo had its animations. It didn't have its sparring at first, but it was a much more complete dinosaur that we got to test with Diablo at the very start of the test than we're getting with Trike. Yeah, and I know Trike just got its sparring. I haven't played with that just yet, but it's one of those things where I can't really feel myself getting that excited about it because the rest of it's still so rough. It's just so rough. A lot of your attacks have no sounds. A lot of your running, your animations have no sounds. A lot of your animations are bugged. You're missing some animations. The model itself has had super issues. Like, that's just kind of a rough one. It's really hard to well, I'm not gonna blame the spar for being buggy. Sparring is buggy in general, even now, after being in the game for so long with Diablo. and it was especially buggy during its horde test. So I really don't blame the sparring being buggy. That's fine. That's to be expected. What sucks is that all of the things that make the dinosaurs feel so unique and alive and cool is missing with Trike. It feels like they just threw it out really, really fast to make people shut up about the performance issue testing. That's what I think. Yeah, the posture thing, which has been fixed and then unfixed, and it's just continuous issues. What, Mocha? Now my cat's getting involved here. Oh man, I wonder if you guys can hear her meow. Probably. Maybe not. She's trying to distract me. I mean, this isn't going to be a world record here unless I get insanely lucky on some Patrol Zone shenanigans, but... Oh. And or I don't get killed by this, I don't know, sounds like a Serrata. Yeah, that might be what it is, that the influx of players. But regardless, it's just a super duper rough state that is very hard for me to get behind. Oh, random stego. We'll see if that Patrol Zone pops up by the time I get there. If not, I'm probably just gonna suicide. Well, that's a good spirit to have about it, Amnesia. It still progresses the development by finding some other bugs, letting more people than 2. I'm assuming there's probably like 2 or 3 that do the internal playtesting at any given time. Letting instead hundreds of people at any given time do the playtesting is gonna advance it quicker. It just feels. It feels like Trike's development is getting outsourced from the QA team and being put on the general player base with how early it was given out. That's just me. That's just me. A lot of other people are very happy about Trike, very excited about Trike. They have their own separate criticisms, which I also completely understand. Oh, okay, so see? It did work. I did spawn the food. But, very awkward here. Surrounded by water, but not a drop to drink. Yeah, I don't know about Spino being closer to release than we think is an intentionally vague statement, because I think most people thought it was 10 years out, and now it's a confirmation that it could just be 5 years out instead. I don't think Spino's coming anytime remotely soon. Well, yeah, I think this is a suicider, lads. Ooh. Sneezing from this bullshit. Alright. Yeah, Spino being 20 years away instead. That's what it really is. Oop. The good news is that I could still just drown myself. Or there we go. Man, what is up with these people having these skill issues? So, you guys can't really see my ping, but my ping's really not that bad. I'm not lagging out on these guys. I think they're just having skill issues. End of 2026? See, I think that's probably more plausible. But even then, man. Not a hot spawn. Let me guess, jungle? Yeah. Except, I don't really know the most direct path to the cliff. I'll find it. Running through the jungle in the darkness is super fun. Oh man, Russian guy whose name I could not pronounce, I like you. See, I like seeing people who like the playables, like Ava. Things like that. Because all the people who want the big things, they want the bombastic, they want the Rex, Trike, Spino, they want the sauropods, which are all, you know, staples of dinosaur things. But I think where the Isle shines really well is how awesome a lot of the small things are. Or smaller things. The things that aren't big and bombastic. And things like Avaceratops fit into that super nicely. That's awesome. I'm also excited for Ava. One of the ones that I'm most excited is for Homalo. I'd love to see that little thing come to the Isle. Watch it headbutt little juvies. Oh, you're fucking joking. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright then. I guess we're drowning ourselves. Yeah, the bounce off a rock and just completely invalidate your fall damage tech. Well, guess I could feed a lucky baby crocodile or something. Yeah, fall damage is a little bit goofy. I mean, look at that. That's the cliff I jumped off of. But because right at the very end I bounced off of a slightly sloped rock, all my fall damage went away. They have to add the dodo. They already have the dodo in the game. It's already in the game. And you've seen several of them on this stream. It's all of the players that have not a fucking clue what they're doing. Those are the dodos. Swamp? No. Ooh. This could be it. Kind of a far one. But I'm gonna run right through a patrol zone. If the patrol zone feels like spawning on top of me, I'm set. I know it's on the far side of my spawns for South Plains, but I'm literally running right through a patrol zone right now. Hell, the plants are even spawned. I could maybe just brute force it. Let's see. Let's see if I can magic trick this. Can't with that. I need something else to do it with. I think I can with this. Observe. My master plan will play out, don't you worry. Oh yeah, playing as an Ava in Legacy is funny as hell. You just have to Z-walk around a little bit, do your calls every once in a while, stop every once in a while, and any juvenile carnivore comes up to you, you just murder them. They're so used to Avas that won't fight back, and they just run away. They don't realize that Ava can beat the brakes off of all of them. Kentro, Aloe, and Ostro. See, they're making it sound like that's... See, look, my magic worked. My magic worked. They're making it sound like that's going to happen. I'm not that optimistic. I don't think it's going to work out like that. I think that something will slow them down. I think we'll probably get 2 out of those 3. Oh, you know... This is a little awkward. That was a little bit awkward. Let me just give them their personal space. It's unfortunate that they killed it right on the fucking lines, though. They killed it on the line spawn. They're just going to be nothing but problems for me, aren't they? One more for the road. Alright. He saw me. But that's okay. Oh, that was on the dots, not the lines. Where'd the lines go? Nah. Who cares? Hipsy spawns could be there. You could definitely get a Hipsy spawn right there. As far as I understand, the locations. Oh no. Oh, there we go. The locations specifically at each spawn are not unique to each playable. So any South Plains spawn can go to any thing that spawns at South Plains. So it's not a Stego exclusive spawn to get that cliff. I've spawned other things on that cliff as well. I don't think I've gotten a Hipsy to spawn there yet. But just a matter of time. Got Dibble to spawn there. I know that. Yeah, I think all 3 diets are kind of close where I am right here. Because there's S right here, lines right here, dots right up the corner. Top that off. This has a chance to be good because I save a lot of running time, but I lose a lot of, like, growth time, you know? It's one of those, funny things. Where, to see if my math pays off. Jump him and get him to play Path. That's brutal. Nah, I know a lot of people like Path of Titans. I'm not a big fan. I tried. I really did. I really did. I bought the game and everything. I wanted to get enjoyment out of it because I spent money on it. It's just not for me. I can't play it by myself. It gets too boring. Play it with friends, but at that point, it's only going to be fun because I'm playing with my friends. Which I guess is not the worst, most damning thing you could say about it. But, still not exactly my cup of tea. It's very much not very survival-y feeling. And the people playing it, at least the ones I would constantly run into, were not good sports. I think I probably put 20 hours. No, not quite. I'd say probably like 16, 17 hours into Path Titans. And it is just not going to be for me. Yeah, it looks like a mobile game because it is a mobile game. It's on console and shit. I think it's on mobile. Yeah, it is a mobile game. That's why it looks like a mobile game. It feels like one too. The graphics ain't all that great either. I mean, like, they're not horrible, but... Oh, come on. Stop grazing, you turd. There we go. It does not have the kind of visual fidelity the Isle has, and the playables do not feel like the Isle's playables. Like, they do not all feel unique and different. They very much do not all feel unique and different. They all feel like the same thing, but with different stats. Just like Legacy. Like, there's actually a pretty good run right here. My risk might have paid off. We'll find out, won't we? Because right now, that time I lost is being made up by the fact I'm not running here. Okay, if I eat the food instead of grazing. Yeah, Beast of Bermuda is also very different from the Isle, but in a very fun way. So, with Beast of Bermuda, you know what you're getting into. It is a goofy arcadey game where little dinos are jumping across the entire map. Giant-ass mosasaurs are flying out of the water and grabbing sauropods. And then you also have the classic tail riding and abilities where they could make each other do less damage or heal more and yada yada yada. You know what you're getting into with Beast Bermuda. There is no lie. It does not portray itself as being anything other than an arcade game. Whereas, I'm not getting that record. I don't think I'm 2 minutes behind, but I wasted probably about a minute turning around, getting that patrol zone to spawn. So I think I'm probably beating my personal time, but I'm not getting I'm not beating the 10:03. I don't think. Oh no, yeah, I got the second mutation later, but that's because I allocated my time differently. Oh. You know, maybe I'm not going to beat my personal best. Bullshit. What a brainless creature interfering with me. I'm probably losing several seconds to this. But that's okay. I don't know what little homie's hoping for. He's not doing very good. He also sees surprisingly well, all things considered. That was going to cut it close to beating my personal best. But that wasn't a world record. He was paid by you. You didn't pay him enough. He was garbage. Or actually, rather, you probably paid him too much. $2K damage and soloing Rex. Legacy style. Give it enough time. Hipsy probably can solo Rex. Unless there's stomp damage. Let's see. Gonna guess jungle. Nope, Highlands. Not really any better, to be honest. Not even the good side of Highlands where I can kill myself very quickly either. How unfortunate. And I can't see shit. There's gotta be some way I could kill myself quickly. If I can get it, like, up on these rocks here. Which I think I can. Oh, I can get on these rocks. Listen, kids, suicide is never the answer unless the question is how do you respawn quicker in a video game. Surely this will do it, right? Oh, no, it's not gonna. But it did hurt me without breaking my legs, so... Come on. I don't run fast enough to get enough forward speed. I can't jump far enough forward. Oh my lord. It's never this hard to kill yourself when you're playing anything else. And look at that. I get a slight slope, so I take no fall damage. Okay. You know, if I was smart, I'd do that as well. I am trying to high jump. I just don't have enough forward speed to carry me past the slopes of this place. Well, I think Dryo's look is pretty good, to be honest. I like how Dryo looks. Hipsy, like, try to imagine Hipsy, but without feathers. That's not going to look good. It seems like a fairly no-brainer choice to me, then, that they gave Hipsy feathers. Bro, there's just nowhere. I'm too slow to make use of any drops I can get. I don't know. Let's see. My suicide speedrun's going terribly. Oh, wait. Maybe here? There we go. Going fantastic so far, I would say. Wow. Alright. Okay, then. Just, spawned in almost the same place. Actually, no, I spawned in a better spot, because this spot, I think, has a sheer drop. It does have a sheer drop. Do they have similar anatomy? Because I feel like, suppose they kinda do. Give Dryo some really big feathers. That'd be an interesting look. But my counterpoint is that I like Dryo. I like how it looks. Oh, surely this is... I couldn't jump far enough forward. Two Highland spawns in a row, huh? How very lucky of me. I think at the end, I'm still fine with Dryo not having feathers. I like the way Dryo looks. It's like a cute fat lizard. Whereas Hipsy being more bird-like feels a lot more fitting. You know? I'm just never gonna luck out here, am I? picked the wrong way. I thought I'd have a quicker way. Good lord. Man, I hate Highlands. I super hate Highlands. Baby Carno 3 call. I wouldn't describe that as cute, homie. Like Baby Carno F call? I'd describe that as cute. And the one call is kind of cute in a funny way. Sounds like a dog with a throat condition. But the 3 call? I don't know about that. It probably is the world record for the number of cliffs I could slide down in one life. Because that was, what, 3? 4? Interestingly enough, I'm even sliding up this cliff right now. I'm going to run out of stamina for even suiciding myself off the edge. Alright. Now, surely. Nope. Not enough forward momentum. Yeah, in 5 minutes I'll starve. Hutch M. I don't know who that is. I could see why he'd beef with Orny. Orny's a lot like me in the sense that he has his opinions and he sticks to them. He's stubborn. Just like me. So I could see somebody beefing with him. That said, I don't know why, necessarily, he'd be beefing with Orny. Orny's not really that much of a dick. Certainly less of a dick than I am. So I'm going to have to assume it's that Hutch guy being the problem. That said, I have absolutely no clue about him. So can't even say I'm tossing stones in a glass house because I don't know where I am. Wow, there just really is no good spot to kill myself. And I ran out of stamina trying. Incredible. PvP YouTuber. Wow, that sounds super interesting. I'm sure all his gameplay is very stellar, very entertaining to watch, and I'm sure he has an excellent understanding of the game. I'm sure he knows the game better than anybody else, and he's got lots of high-value opinions on balance. I'm sure he has never once said Stege was a raid boss or anything of the sort. I also want the Terra rework because Terra is kind of fun. I can never grow one very long because I always do something stupid and get myself killed. Which is no fault of the Terra. That's not the animal's fault. That's a me issue. Because you get to a certain growth on Pteranodon, you're like, well, I feel like pecking everything in the head. And then sometimes you do a little desync, and you think you're pecking them in the head, but you're actually colliding with the invisible solid air above them, and you collapse to the ground in front of them in prime biting distance. Wow. Okay. Wow. I really get nothing this way, don't I? I know that's what Summit said. I know Summit's got a lot of dog shit opinions. I'm sure he has a lot of great opinions about games he's more familiar with, and he naturally built up an audience somehow. I'm sure he's good at a lot of things. The Isle is not it. He does not understand everything I've seen of him and heard of him with the Isle. He ain't it, man. He's going into it with the idea that he knows what he's talking about and he's some experienced guy, and he's not. He fundamentally does not understand the game. Am I Highlands a third time, or is this jungle? Oh, looks like jungle. Oh! That's a rare one. I can't say I've gotten a water access Hipsy spawn in an incredibly long time. I thought it didn't have it. How interesting. Guess I'm feeding the crocodiles. Silly little Fortnite player. Well, I've never played Fortnite. I'm sure people like him. I'm sure he's good at the game or something. But, the Isle is not it. It's not similar to Fortnite in any way whatsoever. In fact, that's one of the common insults I use for a lot of people. I tell people that they're not getting into Dinosaur Fortnite. I say the Fortnite kiddos. But I can't really call him a Fortnite kiddo because he's, like 40. He'd be quite the old kid. But no. He plays the game like a Fortnite player. And he dies like a Fortnite player. And then he complains because he does not realize that the problem was him. Which can kind of sum up a lot of players, really. If you ever take a look at the feedback channel on the official Discord, that can sum up a lot of things. Holy shit. Oh, well, here's a new chance for a world record suicide. Oh, not quite enough. No. That would have been great. That would have been a 12-second suicide right there. My problem with Packy is that whatever they did, its hit registration, like, it is uniquely awful compared... Like, there's desync in the game, you know, it's how it goes. Packy uniquely has a separate issue beyond just desync, and it's something to do with the hit registration of its ramming. Oh, really? And for whatever reason they did with Packy, it really, really tanks that thing. Because if you're headbutting things and it's going well, Packy feels fine. It feels great. When you headbutt something and it actually takes damage and it actually gets a fracture and you can do Packy things, Packy feels fun to play. But a lot of the times you'll headbutt something and you'll hit thin air and get stomped as if you hit something. You'll stun yourself for no fucking reason. But, yeah, I might as well spit the starve. It's kind of hoping there. I don't know how they could buff Packy to overcome that issue without making it way too strong. I think it would just make more sense for them to solve whatever that hit registration issue is. Because it's genuinely pretty bullshit. The slide does only save you if you want to die. That's how it always is. Especially on bigger things where that slide is way more valuable. Because I've survived some falls with the larger things in this game, thanks to exploiting that. But it's super inconsistent. But when you want to die, oh man, it works every time when you want to die. He starts massive overpacks, huh? So, see, that then begs a question here. I've never really watched him play. I've just kind of heard through the grapevine. If he's got these big old packs of Ceratos, how is he not killing Stegos? Wow, what a familiar-looking corpse. Wonder what dumbass died here. Weird. Anyways. Because it's a raid boss. I know. Stego raid boss. No, but seriously, if he's got these big old packs of Ceras, how is he not killing the Stegos? Like, that is just the best way to do it. It doesn't get better than that. Oh, wow. I could not jump far enough that time. You know, at this point, I almost just run to the ocean and drown myself. Scientific purpose? Gonna get the, gonna do some phrenology on him while you're at it. Get the calipers, measure his cranium. Go, this is why he can't kill the Stegos. I love that. For science. Oh. Oh, one more of those ought to do it. See, Cass, you described, I would say, a solid 80% of Serato players right there. They do not do the thinking. They no think so good. They think they are biggest carnivore. They can just do what they want and charge bite the stego to its face for free. And when it hits them back, they don't understand how that's fair. Oh, the Tenno OP complaints. Yeah, I saw something about that earlier today. Somebody complaining about Tenno in the Discord. That was pretty funny to me. Like, oh no, why can't Serato 1v1 the Tenno? I don't know. It's because it's bigger than it and can fucking shit up. Maybe learn. People are interesting creatures sometimes. Okay, this has got to be Jungle Swan. Taco calling, yeah. Oh, well. To the cliff. Man, after I got a patrol zone to spawn over in South Plains, I was kind of really hoping I'd get another South Plains spawn and have a really good shot. But that is just not panning out. Nice to hear cute little Mayas screaming their heads off in the distance. Kinda happy about Maya getting some buffs, actually. That's honestly been one of the best parts of this Horde test, is that Maya can actually defend itself now. Well, better than it could before, at least. Still feel like two Seratos are gonna put the works on a Maya, but, you know, can't win them all. Now, let's see. How do I aim this to where I don't accidentally survive? Oh. That'll do it. Got molested by a raptor. You didn't have to word it that way. Well, I'm glad you survived the harrowing experience. Now you get to grow up big and strong and still get demolished by the next baby raptor that catches you on the ground. Well, obviously, then don't get caught on the ground, I guess. Or don't get caught slightly above the ground, either. Or how about just don't get caught? That also worked. Alright. We're just gonna start with this. Wow, it has been like 10 spawns in a row with no South Plains. Oh, my cat. See, I don't think Packy's speed is really an issue. I think the issue is the speed mutations. I think that's what the issue is. Because Packy is faster than a Serato. So that's not really an issue. Or, at the very least, it shouldn't be. The speed mutations make that an issue because it kind of forces a lot of people to have to take them if they want to feel secure in old matchups as they used to be. So I think if the speed mutations got actually taken out of the game, like so many other people think they should be, Packy would not really have that issue. I think Tenno, it's also a slight issue with, because for the same reason, Serato can catch it. But, like, for Tenno, that's not nearly as pressing, because if a Serato catches it, the Tenno's still just going to beat its ass. It's more that it lets the Seratos get away from the Tennos, if anything. Now, there's just nowhere good to... Maybe right here? Oh, the slights. You're joking. Alright, whatever. Let me out. Don't let me get stuck on a stream. No! Don't do this to me, game. I wouldn't say a perfect spawn. I'm saying a usable spawn. Oh, lovely. Let's give her the old unstuck. Oh. Not facing the right direction. Let's give her the old... Oh! Oh, it actually... Oh, alright. Well, I guess we get to sit and chat, don't we? Yeah, I'm not trying to get necessarily the perfect spawn. I'm trying to get a usable spawn, which Highlands is not. Highlands is a dead zone spawn. Jungle is a dead zone spawn. Swamp could work, because Swamp can spawn you right on a migration zone or patrol zone. But in practice, it never works because the food spawns in Swamp are bugged. Or, the very least, if they're not bugged, they're intentionally really garbage. So Swamp doesn't really work. Water access doesn't work either. South Plains is the only consistent spawn in that way, in that it could spawn you reasonably close to a sanctuary, and if you're lucky, it could spawn you on a patrol zone. So, I kind of need to get South Plains spawns, is what I need to aim for. But if I get a swamp spawn, I sniff, I check to see if it'll work, but it usually doesn't. The unstuck did work is the thing. So, that's why it's on... If the unstuck doesn't work, it doesn't put it on cooldown. Like, I'm not falling right now. I'm standing. I could turn. Well, okay, now I'm falling. But give it a sec here. It'll fix. See? And then it got me turning. And then I can move. So... Unstuck did work, and that's why it's on a cooldown now. But unfortunately, how it worked was that it only moved me a little bit. It only moved me a little bit and not completely down the rock or to a flat surface. So I just gotta sit here and starve to death. Well, I'm in falling animation right now. I wasn't when I used it. Like, see? Now I'm not right now. Because if you try to do unstuck while you're in falling animation, it doesn't put you on cooldown. It just doesn't work. Nothing happens. I've been stuck a few times. And to answer Kaz, it probably doesn't work based on where you're looking, but from my experience, I feel like it usually makes you go backwards from where you're looking. I'm guessing if that's true, it's because most people get stuck going into something forward. But, regardless, funny how it works out. Which is actually probably what happened, is it probably just moved me back a couple inches because I was facing this way. But, oh well. We get to do the classic starving to death simulator. I guess we have to time how long it takes to starve to death, too. See, Packy Rhino sounds fun. But I feel like it's just gonna... kind of struggle a bit. Because if it... Let's say it's getting jumped by a bunch of Omnis. It's not going to have any real advantage over a Diablo. But if it does hit an Omni now... Oh, I don't know. I don't know, actually. A leg fracture would probably be pretty fatal to an Omni. So I guess Packy Rhino is probably okay. If it ever actually gets into the game. Devs are weird about that one. Packy Rhino and what? There's a couple others that they're super weird about. They won't answer questions on. Things like that. I don't think I'm big enough to get out. Let's see. No. Not quite. Well, kinda. Not quite. Ooh. Oh well. Not a big deal, I guess. Except that starving to death takes a hell of a lot longer than you'd hope. Yeah, right. Well, I think it's because people are so excited about it. And I'm trying to remember. There's one other one that people bring up, and the devs don't want to really ever answer questions about it. And I think that's because, like, all the ones that don't have a concept art. I think the things that don't have concept arts, the devs get really twitchy about people asking them questions. They get really dodgy. They ignore it. They answer in even more vaguely than usual. I think that's because at some internal level they're not actually solid on what the roster is going to be and are willing to drop things from the roster or replace them. That's my guess. Because I'm pretty sure Pachyrana doesn't have a concept art. And there's a few others. No big deal, though. It'll be what it'll be, I guess. Supposedly, things will go quicker and quicker and quicker as time goes on. I mean, last year we only got 2 playables, but year before that we got 6. So, that was pretty neat. Granted, all 6 were kind of like at the last half of the year. The whole Unreal Engine 5 thing was real interesting, I suppose. Oh, by the way, good on you for killing that raptor. Well, okay, I see you did not word it in the way that you killed it, but that had just been killed. Yeah, I think we're getting Trike Rex Allo. Well, I mean, we're getting Trike and Rex for sure. I think Allo might not be as far along as Ostro and Kentro are, to be honest. I mean, obviously that could change. They have different people working on different things. They're all at different stages. Yada yada yada. I think that we get Rex, Trike, and one other for sure. That's about it. How am I speedrunning the Isle? Well, ideally, I would be trying to get a Hipsy to 100% growth as quick as possible. That is the speed run. As you might have observed, this run's not gone very well. I'm stuck in a hole, and I cannot get out, so I'm slowly waiting to starve to death to try again. The current world record is held by a fellow named Raptor410, and he got it in 10 minutes and 3 seconds. Which is fast, but doable. Well, it's actually very fast, but still doable. That said, I can't do it from inside holes that I get stuck in, so I kind of have to wait for that problem to sort itself out here. To my understanding, they'd been working on Ostro and Kentro for a while, just kind of quiet on it. And I thought it was more that Allo was the one that had been started on not too terribly long ago. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. So maybe Allo will be coming after them next. But either way, I don't think Allo is as far along as they say it is. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the whole that grapple thing he showed on his stream, like Allo does not look very close. It doesn't look very. It looks good. It has a good model, and they seem to have a concept and a plan and what they're going to be doing with it. But close for well, I say that, but I also thought Trike wasn't that close either, and they decided to just spring it on us in a very incomplete state. So it is not out of the realm of possibility that they would do the same with Allo. And I still think they're probably going to do that with Rex, too. Kissin said they're not. Or, oh, who had said that in chat earlier? Maybe it wasn't Kissin, but one of the devs said that Rex was going to be a bit more polished than Trike. And I'll believe it when I see it. So, it takes about 12 minutes to starve to death from 0 hunger on a Hipsy. A little less. That's very interesting. Actually, more like a little more. Very interesting. 12 minutes to starve to death time. Now you all know. It's probably about the same for most anything. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Cass. It was a surprise, and it really hype it up beforehand, announcing it or anything. That just like, oh, here's Trike. And it was on a Friday update too. My best, good question. Well, my best probably would have been a 1040 something earlier, but I got killed by a Carno because I was not taking it that seriously because I wasn't getting the world record anyways. My actual best was a good old-fashioned, I already forgot it, 1033. Oh wait, that is better than what I would have gotten. Yeah, no, I guess I wasn't breaking my PB this time earlier. Funny how that works out. I wasn't even breaking my PB today with that one run. Weird. It felt like a better start than that. The days of laughter and love are gone. Where's this? Swamp? Swamp. Is there any food? Any food just in that migration zone? Yes, no, maybe so. No, okay. I have second place, Ollie, actually. Raptor is 410. Well, Raptor 410 has the record at 10 minutes and 3 seconds. I have the previous world record in current second place of 10:33. He's got 30 seconds on me. Yeah, 30 seconds is a pretty big gap, but it's doable. There was a number of mistakes in that run that I had made. Well, a number of mistakes. I did not get good. I did not have the best kind of spawn I could have gotten. My spawn was a little far from the sanctuary. I didn't find mushrooms very quickly in the sanctuary. And then I got stuck at the end. And I could not get some food that I was hoping for. The lines weren't spawning. So all in all, I could have a lot of time to save. So that's why I'm pretty sure I can make that up. I have not been able to make it up so far, though. I have not been getting particularly ideal spawns. Yeah, I'm kind of with Cass on this. I don't think any of them are particularly close to release. Considering that this is supposed to be the Horde test for Trike and Rex, and those two don't even seem close to release, I really don't think anything after them is going to be particularly close to release. That's just me. Oh, wow, would you look at that? Another swamp spawn. See any food? No. No, it's not actually in the Horde test, but from what I... Oh. You. I hear you. Kill me, whatever you were. You sounded like an Omni. Come back. Oh, bastard. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, Rex, it ain't very... It is not in a very good spot. Oh, it's a Herrera. You. You. Come here. I will shoot you out of your tree, you little fucking iguana. Come here. Thank you. Good lord. Man, people are just having skill issues today. Including me. Good lord. Yeah, Rex is not going to be nearly that close. If they release Trike in the Horde test as woefully incomplete as they did, Rex is not that good either, because it has way more complex things behind it that have been requiring way more development time behind it. I don't think that Rex is going to... I think Rex can be better. I think it has its sounds, at least, to my understanding. So that's already a huge improvement over Trike. Whoa. What the... Huh? Why am I looking at the sky now? What? Okay. Okay. What? I'm just looking at the sky now. Alright. That was goofy. Oh wow, Highlands again. How lovely. We're just, oh, it's the far side of Highlands. Which isn't really an improvement. Actually, dare I say it's almost worse. I don't know about majestic. I don't think any Terraflight experience is particularly majestic right now, because the flight feels kind of dull. Like, it doesn't feel bad. It's just kind of boring. Like, you just kind of fly in a straight line if you don't press any buttons. There's, like, no momentum or anything. It's just very dull. It's very drab. It's, not much of an experience. It's kind of the equivalent of, like, having an automatic transmission on a car. Just kind of to get you from point A to point B and not really have any fun or particular precision over how you do it. You're just getting there. That's what Pteranodon's flight feels like in the Isle. Like, it works. Gets you where you want to go. If I beat it in the next hour or so, I'll probably keep playing a little bit longer, see if I could drop it even lower. But, I think I'm only going to probably stream for maybe 3 hours total. Call it good. I think that's about as long as my last one was. A little less, a little more. Somewhere in that ballpark. And if I don't beat it at all in that time, then shit, I guess that means I'll have to stream again, won't I? Oh no, end of the world. Yeah, we got a skin change because the the character creator was bugging the fuck out, and so I hit the random button a couple of times just to see if I could unbug it, which didn't work, by the way. It was very interesting. The camera was just pointed at the sky, so I could not see what I was doing. I wouldn't say it's totally boring. I've had fun with it so far. I think it's boring like when I got stuck a little bit ago, and I couldn't get unstuck because the command failed and went on cooldown. I had to starve to death. That's when it kind of sucks. But, having decent attempts at runs... Ooh, let's do that again. Having decent attempts at runs, it's kind of fun. Even if I don't win. Maybe not the most exciting. I could probably have a little more fun playing the game normally in some circumstances, but it's something new and different to try, you know? I could always just play the game the same old way I always do, or I could try something different, try and speedrun it. Oh, it's not telling me to give up. It's just telling me that I'm bad by not letting me get a single decent spawn, ever. Wow, okay. Guess... Actually, we'll fucking... Oh, no, okay, it's another jungle spawn. And I'm not going to continue... or I'm not going to quit. I will continue littering the map with dead hipsies. Someone has to feed the compies. Good lord, though. In 20 attempts, I've only managed to get 2, 3 south spawn planes. It's 3. Talk about unlucky. But they're compies. They just are insanely inconsistent at spawning, and they demolish the corpse immediately. It's really buggy. Also, you probably don't see them ever. It's better than the invisible terrors, the Pterodactylus. The invisible ones come out of nowhere. They make a shitload of noise while they demolish a corpse. You can't hit them, can't kill them, can't eat them. I'm pretty sure they're in the live branch right now. Maybe they are disabled again. I might be just crossing streams in my memory here. They might be on the horde test right now, and I'm thinking that they're in the live branch. You know what? I bet there is a baby Trudon somewhere that's been real happy about some of these Hipsy corpses. Oh, come on. Yeah, I saw that one coming right as it happened. Surely this does it. No! It doesn't do it, and it keeps me from jumping. Oh, you're joking. Oh, that's such a grief. You're actually kidding. Stupid fucking bird. Oh well. Guess this is gonna take me a little bit longer to drown than usual. Come on. Let's be smart here if I can. Beautiful. My stamina goes down so slow. I'm gonna starve to death first. Which actually shouldn't take too long because I'm already red health. Come on. Yeah, that really was an Isle moment right there. Surviving off the giant cliff and then the small cliff. Just what point will I stop? I don't know. Once nobody really competes for it anymore, I guess. At a certain point, the number is going to get extremely low. So for any... Maybe I'll play something different than Hipsy and do different types of ones. But for every animal in the game, there's kind of a theoretical minimum. And you never could get that theoretical minimum, but it'd become a game of getting as close as humanly possible. I'd have to do math to figure out what each one is. Just off the top of my head, I'd guess 8 minutes or maybe slightly under for Hipsy. But realistically, that's just not going to happen. I think the human limit's probably going to be pushing, like, gosh, 9.5 minutes maybe. If absolute best case scenario things line up, somewhere in that kind of ballpark. So after a certain point, I think a lot of people would just give up, and competition will get stale because it won't be really possible to get better. And there's just not really like a speedrunning community or anything. As far as I know, I've only heard that another 5 people have been doing speedruns other than me. Which is good, I think. I think it's good. I think more people should try and have fun with this game, and I think this is a good outlet to play it differently and do unique and different things. But, it's... Once any specific playable gets close to its theoretical limit, I think a lot of it's going to die down because it's a very big time sink and it's a lot of luck in the setup. You have to get a lucky spawn and get a couple lucky spawns. But doesn't necessarily mean people give up. Wow. Once again, it is, this really is a suicide speedrun. So, my 3 rules that I put up for this is that they got to be on official servers, which you can always see that I am. I've been playing on NA11, but any official server will do, and you can always see it when it pops up. So that's how you check for that. The timer starts when the mutation icon pops up, because that eliminates the variable for computers and load times. The first mutation always pops up at the exact same time. So sometimes it'll even pop up if you're loading slow while your screen's black and you're still loading in, it'll come up. Or if you have a good computer, you load in quick, you'll have a couple seconds of running around maybe, and then it pops up. Either way, pops up at the exact same time, so that's when you start the timer. And the last rule is that you got to do it by yourself. No assistance. Nobody bringing food for you, nobody nesting you in for spawns, protecting you, anything like that. It's got to be all you. It's between you and the game. Those are my rules. Which makes it difficult. That last rule makes it difficult for carnivore. People have asked about some carnivore speedruns and whatnot. I think that will need its own set of rules separate, because with herbivores, you don't have to, rely on anybody. You don't eat any other players. You just eat static plants. With carnivores, it kind of having you must do it by yourself gets a little tricky, because other random players can give you food, or you could find dead bodies who had already been killed by people. And, let's say I were to start a stream and immediately I'm growing a Sarah, I spawn in, I find a whole ass body right where I spawn. How would you guys know I didn't log in as whatever that creature was and kill myself there? An official server admin tries to speedrun, then I guess they're just shit out of luck, aren't they? Because they're filthy cheaters. Yeah, that's right. I said it. The admins are filthy cheaters. No, they would have access to growing things, and that would kind of defeat the purpose of making it officials only. I don't think they'd be able to really fairly participate in speedrunning, and I think they would understand that. They'd have to be able to log. Well, actually, it'd be very easy. They could just log on to an account that's not their official admin account. It'd be super easy. Hell, they might even be able to, because they're admins, they might even be able to swing a free copy or something from the devs, so they only have to spend money for a copy. They just get on an alt account that doesn't have their admin privileges. Super easy. That's the workaround, if they really want to. But if they don't really want to, then oh well. Extremely niche problem to begin with. Is this another swamp spawn? Good lord. It's been so long, I'm forgetting what South Plains looked like. Yeah, TP to the south. Well, I guess any sanctuary. I'm thinking. So, there's a patrol zone that can spawn outside the sanctuary at Mudflats. There's a patrol zone that could spawn outside the sanctuary at Delta. So I guess any of those 3 would work if you're going to be teleporting or growing other things as well. But Hipsy doesn't spawn close enough to the sanctuary at either of those places, so it's not worth trying for. Oh, Raptor? Oh, Raptor spent more hours than I have. So on my first runs, the very first record I put up, I spent about 30 minutes on it, which is not a lot. But I also had some decent luck, decent runs. I got a decent time. Not bad. Then I streamed for, I want to say, 3 hours, and it took me about, honestly, probably about as long as I've spent on this stream right now. Probably an hour and a half, and I got my record. Raptor, to my understanding, if they ever come back into the chat, they were in the chat earlier, but Raptors probably spent way more hours than I have. So they've earned it. They didn't just simply get lucky once and then tell me to go suck it. They earned it. They put hours in to get it. So I won't be too terribly surprised if I have to put a couple hours in to get close. It relies on getting the right luck and knowing what to do with it once you get that right luck. So anyone can eventually get lucky with it and have that perfect spawn in the perfect patrol zone and whatnot, but making the correct decisions in navigation, things like that, will be the difference maker. Random Dino to play Drya. Dryosaurus. I should probably stop that timer, shouldn't I? There we go. That's a good random dino for you to play. Islands again? Man. Gosh, if every one of these runs were South Plains, I'd have had the record by now. My cat's yelling at me for some reason. Sauropod growth speed. See, I think my rules also kind of break down once you start getting to very large things, too. So, like Stego and upcoming Trike, my rules are going to kind of break down a little with that. Because official servers restart every 8 hours, give or take. So, anything with a growth time similar or longer than that is kind of going to get busted by that. With the whole login times and whatnot. I think that'd have to be some kind of a... There'd have to be some kind of new rule set for that. Or some better honor system or something like that. Man, I cannot see where I am to even know where to try to kill myself. Good lord. I don't even know where to start for suiciding here. I love low visibility. I love not seeing where I'm going or where I am. Oh, okay. I think I have an idea where I am now. Okay. I think there are some cliffs right here. I was thinking that before, but I wasn't quite sure. Now I am sure. If anyone has grown a Hipsy faster than 10 minutes, there is no video of it. Which is why that's my goal, is to like try and get it under 10. Oh, there's no way they did it accidentally. That's just not there is no accidental growing faster than 10 minutes. No, that's a deliberate conscious effort if they grew it faster than 10 minutes. If they didn't record, if somebody did it, they didn't record it, you know, that's another story. But there is a 0% chance they would have done it accidentally. 10 minutes is a very quick time. That does not happen under normal gameplay circumstances. Oh wow, really? This shit again. This will be what, the 4th Hipsy corpse I've added to this canyon? How lovely. Honestly, at this point, it might be quicker just to run all the way down to the beach and drown. No, well, unofficials with various growth timers. There's also, like, unofficial servers where you can give yourself admin permissions. Like, that's why it's gotta be official servers. Keep people like Gizmo from just being like, oh yeah, 7 minutes easy. There are a lot of community servers, and a decent number of them have options to cheese the honesty of the game. Well, of the challenge. I wouldn't say this game's very honest. Whoa. You know, the beach is kind of a little further than I thought it would be. There might well be a server like there are a lot of community servers. If you ever play the game, open it up, go over to the unofficial tab, there are a lot of community servers. Granted, a lot of them are like empty. That's because people are going to naturally gravitate towards officials. You know, not having any rules to deal with, and that they're kind of right there on the front page. People are going to naturally gravitate to them, and so on and so forth. Good lord. This would be so much easier if I could see. Oh wait, hold on. I like that. Oh no, it's not gonna let me back up? Hold on. There we go. Boom. There we go. A little better than before. Yeah, there's a couple of free admin servers that would be good for practicing PvP. That's what I see a lot of people do. I'm a big fan of not practicing anything ever. So, not quite my cup of tea. But if you actually want some, that's the best way to do it. There are no, like, deathmatch servers like on Legacy. Which is kind of dumb, if you think about it. Because a lot of those, like, PvP brain people would probably love these deathmatch servers, and it'd get them out of the officials and out of the community servers and whatnot, where they're just running around trying to fight constantly. Yeah, I'm with Cass. That's my practice. Dying over and over and over again on officials. Wow. It has genuinely been like an hour since I have had a South Plain spawn. This is crazy. Talk about unlucky. Yeah, maybe, you know, I'm building my luck up. That's what it is. That's the right way to look at it, Ollie. Deathmatch might turn players too good. I don't know about that, man. The average person in this game is ass. I'm not too worried about them getting too good. See you, Gizmo. Thank you for stopping by. And thank all of you. Even those of you who might not be chatting right now. Thank you all for stopping by. I'm glad to have you. It absolutely would be better just to get eaten by a boar. It would save me a hell of a lot of time. Oop. Didn't mean to jump into that just yet. There we go. Nice and 0 stamina. My cat's fucking with the blinds in the other room, but that's okay. Yeah, you? What are you doing? Go messing with the blinds. Alrighty. South Plains this time? No. Water access? Water access. Yeah. This one ain't it. Feeding the dinos. I have now gotten as many water access spawns as I've had South Plains spawns, and I haven't had one in a while. Ain't that funny? Random baby Tenno in the distance. Emma. Let's get drowning. There we go. Womp womp. Alrighty then. We try again. Oh my god. I am never going to get a South Plains spawn. Yeah, right. That's what a lot of people say. This game can't really be speedrunned. At. Never going to... I don't know where the at is supposed to be in there, homie. But that's okay because I'm borderline illiterate. Borderline fucking blind too. You know, that slope right there, if I could see, would have been good enough to kill myself off of. How unlucky. Instead, I gotta run my ass all the way over to this cliff over here. Which I also can't even really see. Yeah, right now my ping is 50. 5. Still, not really lagging, so next time these guys try to kill me and they suck at it, can't say it's because I'm lagging. Oh. I guess I'm at the cliff? Oh, come on. Unbelievable. Wait. Oh, come on. Good lord. Man, talk about unlucky. What abysmal luck I have had. It would be better if there was a kill command. Hey, you see this body that's right over here? And that one over there? I bet you that's me. It'd also be better if I could at least see. Here. There we go. I think I see water in front of me. Yeah, the kill command should be me one calling and something coming to finish me off. That should be the kill command. I cannot see anything. Yeah, that twilight darkness is real. Holy shit. I don't know how I haven't even run into any water yet. Okay, I think I know where I am. I think I just walked over the path. Okay, now I can see a little bit. Okay. You know, ironically, patrol zones can spawn here, but it just still wouldn't really be worth trying to make a run here work. Kill command is one of those funny things where it would extremely benefit a lot of people, but because it would also extremely benefit a lot of people for the wrong reasons, the devs don't like it. Yeah, this is a familiar looking guy. Kind of morbid if you think about it. I wonder if I give it a little... No? Okay. And dots. Go figure. This was all... It's funny, because this body is also the other one where I broke my legs on. And I starved to death in the water is what happened. Which is why I'm floating at the top instead of at the bottom here. If you drown, your body's under the water. If something kills you in the water, like, say, starving to death, or being attacked in the water, your body floats. That was me starving to death, and I'm going to starve to death again. I lack the ability to run my stamina down. I know, these have been horrifically unlucky. I'm not even gonna lie to you. These have been very, very unlucky compared to last time. Last time I got far, far luckier. But such is life, isn't it? And would you look at that, another bad spawn. Jungle again. You love to see it. Oh, and it's the far side of jungle too, so it takes me a little bit longer to get there. Let's speed it up a little bit. But now that I can see, ideally I can kill myself properly. I'm saving it a little too much. Listen, I don't exactly control that. The game spawns me somewhere and then I have to make decisions, man. I can't control the spawn. If I could, it'd be South Plains every time. If every one of these was South Plains, I would already have the record by now. Promise. This is almost surely what Raptor and the others who have tried this have gone through as well. Is that the bulk of the time is spent just trying to get a reasonable spawn. Thing is, I don't want to run directly that way. I want to run like this way. That's the direction I want to run for the cliff. Hipsy so small. Oh, am I just not even going to be allowed to get up a cliff? Did I miss my cliff opportunity here? I almost did. Guess the other alternative to having quick restarts is to bribe a server admin to just go around and kill me every time I give up on a run. That'd be the alternative. Oh, you know? Nah, it's too long. It's not gonna be worth it. I'm not breaking any records if I go to that patrol zone. Oh, I'm gonna survive this, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, but maybe not this one. There we go. Good old consistently inconsistent fall damage. Holy shit. I really am never going to get a South Plains spawn. Oh, you know, hold on. Before I give up. Yeah, okay, never mind. Giving up was appropriate. If the food in the swamps wasn't so bugged, the swamp spawn would be great. It would be perfectly competitive with the South Plains spawn. But that's just not how it works. Alright. My frame rate is shitting itself, too. Another unique feature of the swamp, dropping my frames. Oh, don't worry, Ollie. You didn't miss anything important. There's nothing I have to say that's particularly important. Teehee. I think, when I did it before, my first few runs I did without streaming, I had fun. I had a fun time. You just turn on some music and just play. Especially because it's not such a big deal with Hipsy. Like, you don't need super environmental awareness or anything. Especially because you're so small, people don't really see you, don't hear you. Pretty easy to go under the radar and not get killed. Ah, this is the jungle, isn't it? Yep. Yep, it is. But it's a good spawn. This is probably the best jungle spawn I could get. Rapper's Run is muted, but why? I didn't know anybody was muted. Let's see. I guess I'm just gonna drown myself after surviving that. Yep, it's Hipsy. If you want to grow as fast as you can in the Isle, to say that you're the champion, which I'm currently not, it was taken from me, but I will get it back, you gotta use Hipsy. Nothing else comes close. Just ain't happening. Man, why is my frame rate so low right now? What is going on? Well, lower than usual for sure. Very peculiar. And down she goes. It is the ultimate flex. And I got to flex it for a little while. But I was going to say unfortunately, but I guess it's better that somebody's actually competing with me. Several others are actually competing with me. It makes it fun. If nobody else was trying to get it, it wouldn't really matter. Nobody wants to be the king of a pile of shit, for example. Nobody's going to compete with you for it. It's not ideal. It's not desirable. But other people competing for it makes it way better. So it's fun. Right now, the record belongs to Raptor 410. Who's got a time of 10 minutes and 3 seconds. which he was in the chat earlier, but he had to go. Man. It's going to take me 8 hours to get back. I have not gotten a South Plain spawn in well over an hour. This has been an hour of me, not really wasting time, I guess, but about as close to it as you can get. Because it has been an hour plus of spawns that stand no chance. Kind of, unfortunately, either need South Plains or I need the swamp spawns to actually work. Oh, there's a stego down there. How cute. Oh, I'm going to survive this. Oh! Cool, I didn't slide. Beautiful. And here we go again. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Aha, here we go. Now this is money. Well, it's actually really not. This is actually probably like the worst spawn I could have gotten for South Plains. Okay, I got the right spot, but like the worst possible spawn I could have had for it. Ooh, man, super unlucky, super unlucky. We'll see it. We'll play it out. We'll play it out. Maybe fortunate things can happen. Yeah, this was the worst. Am I gonna make a Capro vid soon? Probably not, because I didn't play any of the test. The test was mostly while I was at work, and I did not particularly feel like switching builds or anything, so I don't have any footage from the test server. I'm totally gonna play it when it comes out, though. It seems fun, it seems goofy. When it comes out, I'll definitely make a video at some point. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. So what I normally do when I'm playing the game is I record as I play. Just passively, naturally. And if it works out good, it gets to a good spot, it's interesting, funny things happen, I think I could make a video, I make a video. And if it doesn't, I don't. Oh. Mr. Herrera. Honestly, I'm not getting a world record off this run. I should just antagonize him. I spawned just way too far off. Anyways, as I was saying, I'll be playing the Kaprasūkas. So odds are, I'll get a video. You. You, come here. Come on. Fight me. These guys are struggling here. Oh, man. They're having a hard time. There we go. Beautiful. Let's see if I can get a better one. Sad to see you go, Ollie, but you have a good one, my man. I will try and take my good luck. Shut up, Lambent. Came in here being a nerd. Showing pictures of himself in chat. Oh, would you look at that? A spawn worth killing myself over. Yeah, I think they alt-bid each other twice. they were having a little bit of a struggle here. I don't know why he kept like walking away instead of just alt-biting me. Learning experience, I guess. ruin my diet like Lambent ruins his. 35 seconds is a pretty good time for suicide, I'd say. If I was doing suicide speedruns, that'd be pretty competitive, wouldn't it? Oh my god. I hadn't gotten a South Plains spawn in over an hour. I finally get one and it spawns me the worst of the South Plains spawns. And now I'm going to go right back to not getting it for another hour. I do have a record. You can see that little counter that's been going up. I am at my 33rd attempt right now. See, technically it's my 34th attempt. Like once I hit the timer, it'll say 34. But I did a test one just to make sure the timer worked earlier. So there are 32 dead Hipsy on this map right now. Well, probably a little less. I'm sure some of them got eaten. Probably. Oh, you mean record like not like for recording to keep track. You mean like a record, like a world record. Well, I'd probably be in the running for that too, wouldn't I? Considering all but 3 of those have been very deliberate suicides. I'm going to add another one to the count here in a moment. Nothing ever there to kill you when you want to die, though. I mean, those Karnas worked out for me, but... does not often work out. Maybe this will be the one. Let's find out. Give me that South Plains spawn. Poor Hipsy. Being so abused by me and several other people that are also doing this. Wow, what another horrible, horrible spot. Ugh. Actually, I guess I'm not that far from the cliff. Kind of feel bad for you guys, though. I've been having horrific spawns. It really has just been me killing myself over and over and over again. There have been very few actual attempts at the record. Cat's tweaking out, though. So that's entertaining me, at least. You guys can't see that. Well, I'm told that I can be quite patient. I think I am patient in certain circumstances, and this is one of them, for now. Just because my last stream went a lot smoother than this, doesn't mean that I should give up when this one's not going smoothly. Wow, that was like 1 minute exact. If I gave up easily, it wouldn't be fun. Though, I can completely understand why some people would give up easily. Because this is a wee bit frustrating. Because a lot of these spawns are no quick way to kill yourself. It takes several minutes to do it. Here, I'll start the timer just so the counter keeps going correctly. God, I'd be surprised if you guys have not heard my cat meowing through that microphone yet. Because she is being vocal. Between tearing around the apartment, claws out in full schizo mode, and actually just meowing at me. Oh, and she's off again. Welcome back, Isma. I'm still trapped in the Matrix here. Oh god, now I'm trapped in a tree too. What the fuck? Okay. Now I think I can maybe kill myself off this rock. Oh, I surely can kill myself off this rock. Like... Oh, yeah. That's probably the quickest I've killed myself at Highlands. No, I can't slay on this server. This is good old officials. There is no slay command. There's no kill command. There's no respawn command. There's an unstuck command that barely ever works. But is what it is. Oh, and it also has like a 10-minute cooldown too, for funsies. Oh wow, Highlands again. Wow, that's so kooky and crazy. To mod on my lives. I don't even know what that means. Clearly my lives aren't very valuable. I've killed 36 fucking hipsies. And oh, do you mean on my stream? Oh, there's something that'll kill me. You, hey, hey, Stego. Yes. No, the baby Maya ran away. There we go. I don't really think I need an admin. I have one admin. I don't think she's online right now. I mean, insofar as I've noticed, nobody's like spamming slurs or anything in the chat. I think everyone's been, you know, functional human beings. Don't really think I need one. I'm a big fan of letting people do whatever they want to do within reason. So if I don't like have to crack the whip on anyone, I'd avoid doing so. Wow, what a familiar spawn. What a super familiar, interesting spawn. What's poppin'? What's poppin' is all these hipsies. 37 and counting. And of all of these hipsies, I've only gotten a couple of remotely competitive spawns. And that hasn't panned out for me yet. So this has mostly been a suicide stream. But, like, ironically. I don't think it would pan out well to change the stream's name to that, though. I think that would, YouTube would not be happy with me. Also, I think it might get the wrong impression to people. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Really? 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 Oh, man. So, the spawn that I'm looking for is South Plains. And it's because for Hypsy, it's the only consistent spawn right now to be competitive. It spawns you reasonably close to a sanctuary, and there's a patrol zone that could spawn there as well. So, ideally, you get a spawn on the south side of the South Plain spawn, and then you can, if you're lucky, get to that sanctuary real quick, get some mushrooms real quick, go to the patrol zone if it spawns correctly. So it requires a couple of things. Unfortunately, I have not been so lucky as to even get South Plain spawns, let alone near the sanctuary, let alone near a patrol zone. I had one where I spawned decently at South Plains, and I spawned right near the patrol zone, but it took a long time to spawn, and I kind of wasted a little time anyways, so it wasn't really in the running for the world record. It was a good try, but it didn't quite pan out. Otherwise, my spawns have all been dog shit. I keep spawning on the far side, or not even spawning at South Plains at all. It's really terrible. It's funny too because swamp spawns for Hypsy theoretically would be great because swamp could spawn you right in a patrol zone or a migration zone, but because the food spawns themselves in swamp are so garbage that it's pointless. You'll be in the patrol zone, but there won't be any food, so there's no point. It's garbage. Oh, there's a pig. Yes, pig. Come to me. There we go. Hypsy since September. Is it because you grew it and you just been sitting on it, buddy, or nah? Hypsy's fun to keep alive. Hypsy's good. See, nesting as well. Nesting is real fun with Hypsy. They have a cool, unique nest. You can stack the nests if you've got multiple families of Hypsys. You can do funny little goofy shit. It's really great. 100 death count. Man, I am going to get 100 death count. Thanks for the well wishes, Amnesia. Now, what spawn is this? Oh. Well, you know, this is probably the best spawn I could ask for at Highlands because it spawned me right next to a cliff. What are you meowing at me for, huh? You tweaking? You're not even meowing loud enough for chat to hear you. What's up with that? No, luck is not on my side today. I will continue to try. I will continue to attempt. I think I'll give it another 40 minutes here. Which, ideally, surely I'll get some decent chances in that. Surely. But, we'll see. Wow, that's a familiar body. Yeah, this one, I was a lot luckier the last time I did this. I was getting South Plains spawns like 1 in 3. Right now I'm getting them like 1 in 10. Summit stopped playing the Isle, huh? We mourn for his loss. Tragic day. But in all seriousness, I hope he has fun with whatever he's doing, but keeps his dog shit opinions to himself. See, Hypsy's real fun. See, I'm kind of with you on Mujik. I'd play Hypsy. Certainly more often than I play Steg. I play Hypsy a decent amount, but I also play super risky. Like I don't intentionally kill myself, but I have a good old time. And unfortunately, that usually results in me dying. And welcome back, Raptor. Get you back up to speed on what I've been up to. I've been suiciding a lot because I have only had one South Plains spawn since you've left. And it was the far end. It was like the furthest one you could get on South Plains. It was garbage. So, that's what I've been doing. At this rate, your record is going to be safe for a little while. Would you look at that? Another dog shit spawn. water nearby? Yeah, there's some water nearby. Beautiful. Oh yeah, see 20 hours. That's a good number. Somebody asked earlier how many hours I put into speedrunning to get my first record, and I said that it was only like 2.5, which is true. But I said that you, and there's a couple others who've been speedrunning as well, have put a lot more hours than that into it, and that's how they got their numbers. Which I don't think anyone else has beaten me but you. But either way, they've put a lot of hours into it. So I said I wouldn't be too surprised if I got to put some hours into it as well to get the number back. Which is what it's starting to look like. When I streamed this the first time, my spawns were a hell of a lot better. If you could spawn at South Plains every time, this would be much less time consuming just to even get viable runs. But such is life. Is how it goes. See, for normal gameplay circumstances, I'm fine with the random spawns. It's all good. But man, for these for these speedruns though, they'd certainly serve a purpose, wouldn't they? Imagine if I had 40 runs right now and all 40 were at South Plains. I'd probably have that record by now. That's what spawn selection could have done for me. What it could have done for you, too. Your 20 hours could have been probably dropped down to 2. Okay, maybe not 2, but still. But you know what? I made my bed, and now I have to lay in it. Jungle, huh? Yeah. Yeah, on the other one, it took me about 15 runs to get my record down to 1033. And I've done 40 runs here, and I've not even gotten to my 1033 again. My other stream, I got way more South Plains spawns. Way more. Probably 1 in every 3. Whereas here I'm getting less than 1 in 10. And also some of these spawns have been very time consuming for killing myself, from like accidentally breaking my leg or just getting in a bad spot. I got stuck in a hole and the unstuck command failed. Well, it worked, but it didn't actually get me out of the hole, so it went on cooldown. It's not too terribly boring. I'll say it's a little frustrating getting a lot of bad spawns. I think if I was getting more South Plains spawns, and even if I wasn't like getting the record, but like at least having competitive attempts, it'd probably be a lot more fun for you guys to watch as well. It'd be a little more fun for me to do. That's where my luck's kind of failing me here. As funny as it is watching me kill myself over and over and over again, it does lose its luster a couple dozen times over. But good news is that sooner or later I'll have good runs again. I can't be getting jungle and highlands and swamp spawns forever. Sooner or later it'll let me back into South Plains. Not this run, apparently. But sooner or later. Like these rotten bodies over here are probably me. Maybe not. Oh well. Oh yeah, I don't blame you. That is exactly what my thought process was when I got the 1033. I figured, it's not my best, but it's good. I'll let other people beat it again, and then I'll have a good reason to keep playing. So you kind of smashed it though, which is fine. I feel like with 42 attempts, if these were all South Plains, I would have taken the record back by now. But you know, life don't work that way. See, the South Plains spawns that fail are entertaining, but all of the non-South Plains spawns definitely are a little bit of suffering. You ain't wrong. Let's clap that. Wow, Highlands, that's so unique. Cool. I love Highlands. I don't blame Chad if nobody else really wants to type too terribly much. I'll admit, it's kind of been more of a dull stream than I thought. Like I said, last time I streamed, it was a lot more lively, a lot more attempts, a lot more things were happening. So when you get to actually like play a run out and grow, there's actually opportunities for things to happen. Whereas the suicide rushes are kind of all the same for the most part. I mean, I've got a couple of things to kill me, and that's kind of funny, especially because most of them were like dog shit. But point remains, I can't blame people for not being too terribly talkative when I'm not given a super entertaining performance to begin with. My favorite dinosaur is the T-Rex. Well, not in this game. Not in this game. But like in general, T-Rex it's a classic, man. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. The largest carnivore known to man. Well, largest land carnivore known to man. In game? Ooh, that's a tougher one. See, I really like playing Serato, but like other people playing Serato kind of like suck. They suck a lot of the fun out of it. I think Serato's a cutie, but whenever goes wrong for me, Dryo. Playing Dryo never goes wrong. Oh hey, well, look at these familiar corpses. Dryo's super fun. Tenno is super fun. Tenno's really fun. Tenno can kind of do it all. It's like the not jackknife, the Swiss Army knife of dinosaurs. It's really good. I do not offhand know where this is. Swamp? Yeah. Oh wow. Gosh. Suicide speedrun. Come on, let's get it. Man, I sure would. You know, this would be so much easier if Swamp's food spawns were not bugged and you could actually play in the swamp. That would make this a whole lot easier. Because then, like I'm in a migration zone right now, but there's no food. They don't spawn. Well, the alternative is they're either bugged or the developers intentionally want there to be, like, no fucking food in the swamp. Because this has been an issue pretty much since Gateway started, where the food, maybe it's supposed to spread out, but it really doesn't. What's been happening is that so much of the surface area is taken up by water, even at the old swamp, that they'd spawn in a few specific spots, and that's it. And even then, they'd not spawn a whole lot. Like, there's one particular spot kind of just outside the swamp where they'd spawn consistently, but once you're in the swamp, very few spawns. Very few spawns. It's not even that they're spread out. There's just not that many. And since they redid the swamp and made it bigger and more swampy, the problem's even worse. Oh yeah, I don't like the swampy. I like the way it looks, but it tanks my frame rate and there's no food there. And it's a bitch to navigate. Oh yeah. It's a bitch to navigate too. So, swamp is one of those things that probably needs to get workshopped a bit. I think if it had better food spawn for herbivores, it improves some things considerably. I don't think switching the servers would really make too much of a difference, to be honest. It's not that the migration zone's really cucking me here. I'm just not getting a reasonable spawn. Like, at all. If even a quarter of these had been South Plains spawns, I'd probably have a new personal best at least by now. I'm just not getting South Plains. Oops. I might survive that. Oh, perfect. I thought I was going to hit that rock for a second. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. What FPS am I getting? It's a little bit lower right now for some reason. Probably because of the stream or whatever have you. Who knows? Looks like I'm getting 60-ish. Dude, look at that. Highlands again. Go figure. So I'm playing on I'm playing on 4K, and I have most of my settings down to like medium. My 3D resolution's at 50, and I get like 60 FPS or so. Generally 50, 60. But like the performance on the game is just kind of ass, man. Like this time a year ago, 365 days ago, before they did the Unreal 5 update, I played this game on 4K with all my settings on higher epic and got 60 to 70 FPS consistently. My computer hasn't changed. I've not gotten a worse computer or anything. It's just the game's gotten way worse about its performance. Way worse. This game performed better a year ago than it does now. Which you think would be the opposite, right? With updates and performance updates, a new engine, you think it'd run better. But it really doesn't. It runs way worse. Yeah, that little hidey hole in the ravine is pretty funny. The juvies can get in those little hidey holes there. And it's really cute when they do. Because they think that they're safe. See, Highlands isn't a bad spawn for Hipsy if you're trying to play the game normally. It's really not. It's just a abysmal spawn for when you're trying to play the game, like me. You're trying to get a fastest grown Hipsy you possibly can. Highlands ain't it. This is probably one of the fastest suicides at Highlands, though. The cat stole your chair. Man, I know that feel. I know exactly that feel right there. You feel so if cats like sleeping. I don't feel too bad if they're not asleep, but if they're like sleeping on a chair or something, like laid down, they're clearly like comfortable. They didn't like just get there. It's like, oh man, don't want to mess with the little guys. If they just got there, though, like they're trying to jump up and take your spot from you, oh, I don't give a shit. I'll move them. I got the Isle a year and a half ago, Maybe a little more. 20 months ago, maybe. I'm not like some Isle veteran that's been playing since ye old days back when it was in black and white and the world was flat or whatever. No, I never played Spirit. So I played Legacy when I first got it because my computer at the time couldn't handle Gateway. But I got a new computer and I got Evrima installed the day Gateway came out. Not because Gateway was coming out, it's just how it worked out. So I literally never played Spirit. My very first day playing Evrima was the first day Gateway was live. Wow, Highlands again. That's so cool. What a interesting and unique spawn. A lot of people played this game a lot longer than me, or at least earlier than me. I put a lot of hours into it, but as for like actual like since when they started playing, like how far back. So I know a lot of people who've been playing since like 2015 or some shit. They're like, oh, I remember the progression days. It's like, that's cool, Grandpa. Except usually they're younger than me when I say that, too. It'll be someone in their, like, mid to early 20s. They'll be like, oh, I remember playing this game when I was a little kid. Like, oh, goddamn. I don't know how many hours I have. I probably have about 2.2. That seems probably reasonable. Actually, can I see how many hours I have? Let's see. I mean, it's not like this run's gonna fucking go anywhere. Dang, that was a good guess on my part. I have 2.3k hours. It is insane. I'm mentally ill. I've never pretended not to be. I work outside, huh? Well, kinda. I kinda work outside. I used to work outside a little more, but is what it is. Seven or eight later, now you hate the game. You're like, oh man, this seems so cool. Then after so long, you're like, damn, what a piece of shit. Well, I haven't really played Legacy in a little bit. It's not because I don't like it. Just Evrima has more. It's just more fun. They're two very different games is the thing. So if people grew up on Legacy or put a lot of time in Legacy, I can see them not really liking Evrima that much because it's a very different game. $95 days well spent, I'd say. Wow. Well, it's South Plains. It's the second worst spawn. That's cool. I mean, yeah, it's not the worst spawn, but it's the second worst spawn. Oh no, let's see. Patrol zone spawns on me immediately. How old am I, dude? 28? 29. I'm 29. That's how old I am. Starting to forget how old I am. Yeah, Evrima's just really fun, you know? Super fun. At least for me. It has its frustrating moments, and I have my criticisms of the game and of specific parts of the game. Uh-oh. Oh no, my frames are dropping. What's going on here? That's weird. You're 15. You got way more time for playing this than I do then, probably, homie. See, it'd be really wild then if you were saying that you were playing back in the progression days. Because that was like 10 years ago. Oh, you weren't saying that. You were saying 2020. That's what you were saying. That's still pretty impressive. I'd be kind of surprised that you were playing the game at that age. I know when I was 10, I was way too dog shit to play games like this. Nope, it is looking like I did not get lucky and get my patrol zone. I think this is pretty dead in the water here. How do I get that many hours? It's very easy, by just playing the game for a few hours every day. I don't got a whole lot else to spend my time on these days anymore. Without delving too much into my personal life. Yeah, no. Patrol zone didn't spawn. This one's dead in the water. Let's kill myself. Yeah, it's something's going on here, and I can't quite figure out what it is. Let's take a look-see. I think my internet's getting throttled right now. And I don't know why. Maybe too many people in my apartment complex are using their internet now. Because it is getting throttled. What the hell? Trying to figure out why here. Yeah, that should be good. Whoa. I don't know why it's acting up like this. Let me see if I can figure it out a little bit better. No? That didn't fix nothing? Man, I'm starting to sound like a real boomer here. I don't know why this shit ain't working. Boar 2.0 for Ava. Yeah, I hope so, man. That sounds fun as hell. Hold on, let me see if I just... Oh! Wait. It's about to do the old turn her off and back on again trick. Looks like it's working. I think it's working. Well, you guys can let me know if it's working now. I think my internet just decided to start behaving a little better. Yeah, there is... See, the funny thing is, and you're probably not going to get it at your age, but... Actually, I think you will get it. Everyone kind of has a perception that all the other people that are nameless, faceless, they're interacting with on the internet are kind of their peer group. So a lot of younger people think that whatever area they might be in on the internet is also full of young people. And older people, like us decrepit 29-year-olds, also kind of think that they get into a space that has a lot of other similar age people. And the truth just doesn't often work out that way. But also, yeah, like Abby's saying here, loads of people like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are fun. They're cool. Honestly, see, trying a new server at this point might just be a superstition or a luck thing. Because I'm getting dog shit luck on this server. Maybe we will, huh? Maybe we will try another server. Oh, there's something that'll help me. Whoop. Come on, buddy. There we go. God spawns there. You know what? All right. Let's give her a lookie. He didn't even eat me. He just put my body down somewhere. What a turd. All right. Let's find another spawn. Yeah, maybe the EU servers are just better. Let's take a look at this. This is fully superstition right now. I know 100% for a fact here that it's not going to make a fucking difference. Let's take a look at EU. Oh, wow, they are. Wow, they're actually kind of full up, aren't they? Ooh, okay. Never mind. Asia server? You know what? Australia. Let's try Australia. Make some of the. I know the Australian guys in the official Discord have loneliness issues. Make them feel a little more loved here. Make the server a little more full. Maybe it'll grace me with some good spawns. 200. I'll tell you what my ping is too. So, let's see. Can I move it on my stream here, and you guys might be able to see it? Let's see. Well, first let me spawn in. Oh, and it's nighttime, and it's good old Highlands, and a shitty spawn too. Here, let me see if I can adjust this so you guys can see my ping in FPS. Can you see it now? I think you can. I think you can see it now. Probably. What an abysmal spawn, though. I think my superstition might not have paid off here. I don't know. Let's see. I can kind of see. It's the moon's out. I can kind of see. Let's see if I can get like off this and jump down over in there. Maybe. Yeah, I suppose I do have a lot of women. There's a lot of women that I've played with. That's the thing is that everyone likes dinosaurs. That's the truth. They're cool as shit. We all know it. Men, women, children. Everyone knows it. Dinosaurs are dope as hell. There's no like there's no real preference one way or the other, I would guess. It's not like, oh, you're gonna see a lot of dudes playing Call of Duty or a lot of women playing, I don't know. Animal Crossing is probably the common one. Nah, dinosaurs are sick as shit. Everybody loves them. Animal Crossing's pretty fun too, though. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, and that one broke my legs? Oh, how horrific. How did that one break my legs without killing me? I was already hurt. What? I don't understand the fall damage of this. Oh, okay, perfect. I just had to complain enough. The 20 seconds wasn't too terribly far off of a guess, was it? It's like 10 seconds. Swamp. Alright, cool. Not swamp. Oh, not swamp. Attempt. Make a noise just to be funny. Because I'm sure that there's somebody around here. Odds are plants are not spawned, though. Odds are they are not spawned. So maybe this first run here can get some plants to spawn. And it's not going to be a real world record contender here. But get some plants to spawn the next time I spawn here. Maybe. That might be the trick. It does take 10 minutes. We had to sit through me starving to death already this stream. I got stuck in a hole. And that was that. Unstuck command failed me. Oh, okay, plants are spawning. I see a agave down there. On that tree? Okay. Maybe a little bit of luck here. Control zone can spawn real quick. Yes, no, maybe so. You know, if it's accumulative, that makes sense. But there's also kind of like no way to check that, you know? You can't tell that you're building up any fracture damage. Bro, 1 out of 10 is generous. So on my first stream I did, it was probably like 1 in 3 or maybe 1 in 4 at worst. I was getting a lot of South Plane spawns. This stream has been genuinely 1 in 10 or less. I am not getting South Plane spawns. That one was not a good spawn. I mean, with a little patrol zone luck, it could be a contender for a personal best, though. So I'm going to try and play it out. But this one's not getting a world record. I know, it's a lot of suffering. I think if I drop down on just the mushrooms right here, I'll be on a pretty good pace. Let's see. No. 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 Really? Really? Oh, well. Well, maybe not a good pace anymore. Let's see. Oh, shit. I did not mean to fall down here. Now I do not have an angle to actually see. Oh, thank you for the luck, my man. I absolutely need it because my luck has been terrible so far this stream. So I'm glad you like my videos. Don't need luck for those. I get to use the magic of editing. Yeah, the God Spawn would be so nice. I've not gotten that even once in any of my attempts. Even before I streamed, the last stream or this one. I have not fumbled any God Spawns because I've simply just not gotten any. Go figure. Can you get a shout out, Igoric? How would you pronounce it? Why don't you type it? Type the chat how you pronounce that username, and I will pronounce it correctly. Your first video? Nice, man. I'll take a look at it after the stream. I will judge you with my judging eyes as the arbiter of all things, I don't know, good, entertaining. My opinion doesn't fucking matter. I'm just some other dude. But I'll check it out. I'll give her a watch. I watch a lot of people's videos. You know, I wouldn't have guessed it's a Polish name because it's not that bad of a Polish name. Like the stereotype of some horrifically unpronounceable Polish name that non-native speakers will struggle to death with. Your name does not come across that way. I feel like this is more of a me issue than a you issue. I did give you a shout out, Raptor. I said you're the one that got the speedrun. I made it in my stream announcement post. I included you. That said, I don't think community posts people look at them too terribly much, but that's fine. It's the principle of the matter. It's the essence of the thing. Well, I don't know what to tell you, my man. I don't know anything about that. I just make videos. No patrol zone. We love to see it. Good and unbeatable Raptor is. I need to make another video telling everyone how bad they are. That's what I need to do. Let people know that I'm not sorry. Well, this run's totally dead in the water for beating a personal best because that patrol zone ain't spawned. I mean, I'll play it out. I'll give it a C. Alright. We'll give it a try. Maybe it'll spawn on my way there. Oh man, I love Jurassic Park. I watched that movie for the first time when I was 3 years old, and my mother said it was a mistake because you know, it's dinosaurs, they're super cool, it's interesting to let the little children watch a dinosaur movie, right? Until the T-Rex fucking kills a dude right on screen. I remember my mother's, well, I don't remember it from the time, just so long ago, but looking back on it, my mother said she had forgotten about that part and did not realize that that might not have been a good mistake. Oh, I did pronounce your name right. Igor? Nice. Ooga Booga. It's a funny sounding name. It is. It's a funny sounding name. It's very appropriate for a guy like me who doesn't take it too terribly serious. Kind of like this run here, which isn't taking me too terribly serious either. Oh! I talked a little bit of shit and it popped up. It's a miracle. What do I want first? Whatever this is. What is this? Lines. No fruits on the ground. Yes. Oh, the Jurassic Park book. Oh, the movie is really good. The book was what I was going to talk about next before I got a little too distracted by the game I'm actually playing. I think the Jurassic Park book is great. I read that book probably younger than I should have, but fantastic novel, actually. Michael Crichton's a very good author, and I have a number of his books. Couldn't recommend it more. But the movie itself is also just landmark. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it's harder to find somebody who doesn't like Jurassic Park than to find somebody who does. See, Jurassic World, a lot of people I think don't like it because it's not as original as Jurassic Park was at the time it came out. It's not as landmark. It's not as iconic. It's a lot more derivative in that way. It has a lot more tropes. But it is a fine movie. It's a perfectly fine movie. I enjoyed watching it. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's the best movie ever. Because I don't think it is. But it's an enjoyable movie to watch. It's very straightforward. It's very much in line with all of the other Jurassic Park movies after the first one. Jurassic World is very much in line with Jurassic Park 2 and 3, and with its own sequels as well. Oh my gosh, why am I grazing on the pumpkin? Just eat the pumpkin. Eat the pumpkin. Damn it. Okay, these pumpkins aren't real. Looks like I am not getting the personal best. Nope, no personal best for me. Yep, that spawn was just too awful. I couldn't make it work. Unlucky. The Nedry scene, I think a lot of things in that book could not have made it to the movie and kept the movie as enjoyable as it was. I love the book. I really do. I think the book was fantastic. Oh, hey, something that'll kill me. Oh, hey, two things that'll kill me. We fight. Oop. Come here, you. Oh, I missed. Oop. We're in focus mode here. Oh, these guys, I'm lagging so bad, they probably just can't have a chance of hitting me. Oh, there we go. If you're getting migraines from reading a book, it's probably like a light thing. So normally, like if I'm looking at like white pages with black text, it'll get very straining on my eyes eventually. And so I think that might be a lighting thing. So maybe if you're like reading it as like a somebody fights kangaroos on the daily. They don't fight them very... Yeah, they're not used to fighting something so small, I guess, maybe. They did not fight me very well between all my lag. So if you're struggling with reading books, I'd say it's a lighting thing. Try reading in, like, well-lit things, or if you have, like, a e-reader, turning the brightness down, something like that. How can you be more confident? That's a good question, man. I didn't really talk in any of my videos before, not out of like a nervousness necessarily. It's just that the kind of videos I was making, I didn't really think adding my voice to it would really improve anything, would make anything funnier. So I didn't do that, and because I didn't do that, I didn't get used to it. And when I did my 1,000 subscriber video, and I, for the necessity of that video, I talked in it. It was different and new to me. And I think the best advice I can give is that you just kind of have to go through with it. You just have to break through that wall. You got to just do the new thing, and it'll get better. Like there's kind of no real secret to it. If you're not familiar with it, you're not going to be good about it. So first things you got to do is get familiar with it. At least that's the way I look at it. I feel a lot more comfortable talking and stuff now for like these streams or a couple of my other videos I've done since then. But it was difficult to do that at first, reading out a script and everything and talking into the mic, hearing your own voice, things like that, because I hadn't done it. I'd been making videos for a while, but I just simply hadn't done that, so it was new. Once it stops being new, it becomes a lot easier. Yeah, like what Raptors say, the more you do it, the more confident you're going to get. It just kind of, there's no secret to overcoming that hurdle. You just got to jump it. You can't fly over it. You can't go around it. You just got to jump over the hurdle. See, that's what I think, Majik. That's what's happened a couple of times so far this stream, where I've tried to kill myself on other players, and they'll like run around and try and reposition themselves. And I don't understand that. They could have just sat still and alt-bit me and killed me so much quicker. That's happened like 4 or 5 times now this stream. They're real goofy about it. Ah, yes, we love this spawn. Jokingly. Oh, actually not a bad one, because I can kill myself kind of quickly here. Yeah, no worries, guys. It's just, it is what it is. We all start with somewhere. The Land Before Time. Now, those were movies that my parents were a lot more... my mother was a lot more into me watching. And I cannot say as an adult that I really want to go back and watch them. Like, looking back at it, because those very much are children's movies. They just don't appeal to me anymore. But they were good when I was a kid, man. I named my dog after Chomper. When I was a little kid, I was like 5, 6 years old. I named my dog Chomper. Which I guess also kind of betrays my age, because, gosh, there's like 20 Land Before Time movies. And that had to have been like, what, the second or third one? Funny how that works out. Let's give her another go here. See, look at that, Raptor. You're complaining about not getting subs. Now you just got one. Congratulations. Oh, wow. This is a horrific spawn again. Oh, man. It's just like the worst spawn I could have gotten. Okay, no, it's not the worst. But it's up there. I don't know. Can I kill myself off of these? I feel like there's no steep slopes here. complain and you get what you want. That is exactly what I say about so many things. I say you complain enough, you get what you want. You complain about no patrol zone long enough, you get a patrol zone. It works perfectly in the game. The Land Before Time was good, man. So the first few are definitely way more different than the later ones, because like I said, there's a million of those movies. But they're good fun movies for kids, you know. It'd be hard to get into them when you're older, like as a teenager or an adult, because they're not made for you, plainly. But like if you're old enough, you have kids of your own or something, you watch it with them. It could be a fun little thing, especially the older ones. I think, at least the ones I saw from when I was a kid and whatnot. But Disney's Dinosaur was an interesting one, because I remember that is recent enough that I remember when it came out. And when they were doing when they did the promotions for it and whatnot, they only did the promotion for that like opening sequence. If you remember, when they did the opening sequence for Dinosaur, it's just no dialogue. It's just like a kind of taken like almost a single shot, where it follows multiple dinosaurs going into the Carnotaur, they kept calling it Carnotaur attack, and then following the egg and whatnot. And it's super interesting. It's really well done, really choreographed, really cinematic, and there's no dialogue. It's super awesome. People loved it. And then you get to the rest of the movie, and it's like the talking and dancing lemurs and stuff like that. And it becomes very much like the actual movie that we now know these days. But they didn't advertise it that way. They did not advertise it like that. They were very much like, oh yeah, it's gonna be this oh, that didn't kill me. Oh, this is horrific. Chat, this is horrific. I have to kill myself this way now. I think the first Land Before Time movie holds up. Maybe not necessarily like visually. It looks its age. The other older Land Before Time movies, they look their age. But like the storytelling, the themes, the vibe, the aesthetic of the movie holds up very well. Visually though, yeah, you can tell it's an older movie. You can tell it ain't no spring chicken. It's had a few generations grow up since. It's not quite so young no more. The movie itself is from a Land Before Time. Oh, there we go. But it was. If you haven't seen the Land Before Time movies, there's like 16 of them or something now. I'm not going to say you should watch them all. But like the first few, they're interesting. If you like dinosaurs and you're curious about like nostalgic things, whatnot, it wouldn't be a waste of your time. I'll say the later movies, though, from what I've heard, are totally a waste of your time. But I wouldn't know. I didn't watch them. Oh, this is a better one. Oh, I was a little delayed on that one, so my time's going to be a little funny, if it even comes up. Not the worst spawn, but far from the best spawn. I don't know, what AU server am I on? It pops up. I think I'm on AU3. This was not... I'd say this wasn't a good spawn. I'd say this is kind of like the top end of the bad spawns. That might be a little too generous. We'll play it out, though. We'll play it out. Because the patrol zone foods should still be here. Yeah, they are. It is funny, though. I have gotten more South Plains spawns since switching servers. Superstition's real. Doing nonsensical things to solve problems completely unrelated works. Somehow. Noisy creatures. You know what? You're right. You're right, my man. It's the... I want the spawns down under. I had to go down under. You know? I might eat my words in a second here. I think there's a boar between me and the South Plains Sanctuary. And the patrol zone's not spawning behind me, so turning around's kind of gonna kill the run. If I can make it to this... No. It locked onto me. Oh. It locked onto those guys. Oh. Intriguing. Not my problem. For now. Where's my little spot here? Oh, come on, man. Mushrooms can spawn right here, but I've just not been getting lucky on that. This one's going to be a little bit unlikely to get a personal best. I think Juvie Carno calling sounds kind of like a angry frog. A minimum 10 years. Yeah, that's probably true. I think Quetz would be kind of fun. I think Quetz taking forever to come out wouldn't be so bad if Pteranodon was more fun to play. So I'm hoping the Terra reworks and maybe gets a flight update. It kind of desperately needs a flight update. They haven't talked about it, but the way flying works really needs to change. Oh, chickens are aggressive. Chickens will attack anything, man. When they when they first put the aggressive chickens in, they were attacking like full-grown Mayas and shit. It's beautiful. Well, Terra's getting a rework right now, but I mean like the way flight works in the game needs to change. And maybe the Terra rework will address that. I don't think it will. The devs have not made it sound like it will. Oh, we'll get a rework? Oh, thank God. Yeah, if Terra Flight gets a rework, so it's actually really, really fun to play, then Quetz taking forever, Quetz, won't be that big of a deal. Because it could, you know, it could actually satisfy its own niche. So I think all the people that like really want Quetz, they could wait a little bit, because Pteranodon will be good enough, you know? But as it is right now, the flight's just so boring. Chickens are evil, Raptor. They really are. Devil creatures. It's really funny, though, because if you actually fight back as a baby Hipsy, fresh spawn Hipsy wins against a chicken. Well, against one chicken, it wins. But you have to actually fight back. If you're not fighting back immediately, the chicken will win. Which is a funny thing to say. Kind of a funny situation all around, really. Yeah, the chickens can't even kill baby Hipsies if they fight back. But they do have to fight back, though. If they don't fight back, chicken wins. Because they will not give up. They won't get tired, and if you let them get too many hits on you first, they'll have too much of an advantage over you. They just won't care. They'll kill you. Pick them up and drop them. See, that's one of the things that kind of makes the flyers kind of fun in Beasts of Bermuda, is because you can do that. Is you can pick up the little guys and then drop them, or just screw with them. You don't even have to kill them. You can just set them down somewhere to be funny. And Terra in the Isles not going to really be able to do it like that. But you know who totally should be able? Quetz. Quetz will be big enough to do that. They probably won't, but they'll totally be able to be big enough to do that. Beasts of Bermuda is arcadey and goofy and not even remotely trying to be realistic, so Pteranodon Actually, I think Pteranodon... Yeah, Pteranodon can pick things up in that. But the Trope can. Tropiognathus. You just drop them babies. Unfortunately, Pteranodon's only like 45 kilograms or some shit in this game, so it's not picking up nothing. Who knows how much Quetzal weigh? I've seen so many people talk about it in the Isle Discord. I don't think the devs have ever even given an estimate on the weight. A lot of people would say it'd be like 400. A lot of people would say it'd be like 900. Like, I don't fucking know. But, whatever it will be, it'll be heavier than a Pteranodon. So it surely should be able to pick things up. See, that was your mistake, Mujik. You tried to run from the chicken. You can't run from the chickens. You have to assert your dominance, or they'll assert their dominance over you. Wow, I love it when no patrol zone spawns, even though I go to the same area twice. So this isn't going to be a PB anymore. Okay. Kind of apparent here. Well, it is what it is. Oh, it is giving me diet, though. I'm guessing the patrol PC spawned, yep, immediately right now. Very nice, very nice. Well, maybe I will eat my words yet. Properly started is a strong term. I would say since I made the rules and made a big deal about it and had some videos with actual views, it's probably been 3 weeks. A little more, a little less. Somewhere in that ballpark. So not very long. There's plenty of opportunity. The record right now is 10 minutes and 3 seconds, and that's a pretty good record. But there's still a lot of room for improvement. So there is game to be played. Not to mention, for people who've been interested in trying to do other species, those have been pretty uncontested. I haven't done any, and I haven't really seen anyone do any either. Could be an interesting opportunity for anyone who wants to do something funny. See, Dryo's kind of a good next logical step. It's the next smallest herbivore, so you don't have to, you know, worry about minding the rules. It's pretty simple to mind the rules. And it's also not a very long grow either. I think Beppy is shorter of a grow. It is. Actually, I know it is. Beppy grows quicker than Dryo, for sure. Beppy grows quicker than Troodon. So I guess the next lowest time after Hipsy is probably going to be Beppy. And there goes my personal best. Yep, not happening. Kind of what I figured. Is what it is. Let's go find those Carnos again. I have not noticed that. I'd have to get a refresher on what the sub-giga sounds are. 1053. See, that's not a bad time. 1050 something? That's not a bad time. Just not nearly good enough. Guess those Carnos are gone. You know what Giga sound is traumatizing? The fucking adult Giga 4 call. That shit was obnoxious. Good lord. Womp womp. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, Raptor. I haven't played Roblox in forever. You know, I probably haven't played Roblox in ooh gosh, 16, 17 years. Longer than you've been alive. Roblox has been around for a while, huh? People like that game. It's actually kind of amazing now that I say that out loud. Roblox has been around for a while. Oh, garbage spawn. Alright, alright. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that Roblox has been around that long, huh? I don't know when it started. If I had to guess, it's probably close to 20 years old. See, I think Compy is See, I think the devs aren't going to do Compy as a playable. And that's super, super unfortunate. Because it's in the game. It's 19 years 2006, it's a 19-year-old game. That's crazy. Compies are in the game, right? So, like, let them be playable. Which shouldn't be an issue if they had good servers and good netcode. But, you know, whatever. Man, the legacy acro calls are funny as shit. Because, you know, there's your broadcast, then friendly call, threaten call, and then, like, surrender call, mercy call, whatever you want to call it. But all of them sound threatening on acro. The only call on acro that doesn't sound remotely threatening is its F call. And even then, it still kind of does. It is such an aggressive sounding creature. Yeah, it's so aggressive. And you know, everyone who plays acro plays it super aggressive too, so go figure. But, like, such an aggressive creature. It's really funny. Because especially you play on Legacy, they're all community servers. Now they all got rules and stuff. And if you play an acro on one of them, like Noobs, where you can access the sandbox dinos, and you 2-call for whatever reason related to rules and whatnot, people get confused. They won't know it's a 2-call. They won't know. It doesn't sound friendly in the slightest. It sounds like it still wants to just kill and eat you. It's especially funny getting, like, nested as sandbox dinos in Legacy, because they all have their adult calls. So, like, a little baby acro. Just imagine that for a second. Little tiny itty bitty baby acro that's like a foot tall, small, fresh out of the egg, and it's just as loud as those big ass trains. It's beautiful. What's up, Dieflex? What's up? Is suiciding hipsies over and over and over again. That's what's up mostly. But we do it in the pursuit of speed. Well, we do it because we want to get to an opportunity where we can try for speed. I'm not getting a whole lot of opportunities lately. Well, yeah, you have to pay. You gotta pay to nest on Noobs, which I did. I did back when, because I had the spare money at the time, and I didn't really care. But to be nested, you don't have to pay. You could totally be free. If you had a friend that made the mistake of paying like I did, you could get nested in that way, or just catch random eggs. So you can still be a baby sandbox dino. See how loud as shit these things can be. Oh man, boy, we love swamp. Water's right here. Well, we've been going for 3.5 hours. I'll give it a few more chances here. Give her a go. Yeah, Noobs is a server I played on a lot. The funny thing about Noobs is that its rules I feel are pretty amenable, except I don't really like the mix packing. So it's really unfortunate because all of the other servers that don't have mixed packing have like pants on head stupid reviews or rules. Like, insane rules. Noob's rules are fairly reasonable, which, like, it's kind of still a lot of rules, but they're very reasonable rules. Play something normally. Well, it'd be hard to play something normally on this server, at least. AU server. See if I could get into a high pop server. Ooh. Nope, my stamina wasn't as low as I thought it was. Hold on. There we go. Wow, that's actually insane that somebody timed that out. The whole login timer thing. So, see, that's the other thing about rule servers, is that people like being rule... I think there's a difference between following the rules and being a rule Nazi. Like, like, come on, dude. The whole... What is the timer for the login timer on Noobs? It's like 2 minutes or something. Oh, it was 2 minutes and 47... It was 1 minute and 47 seconds. Oh, that's like, come the fuck on, man. Good lord. It's ridiculous. I think rule servers can be fun if people follow the rules, but holy hell, people being insane about the rules really kind of detracts from it. It does not make it look good. Yeah, exactly. That's what the global chat is in all these rule servers. Is freaking rulebook, like RB, RB. That's what you see a lot, RB. You see that all the time. It's insane. Like, and I get it. It sucks if somebody breaks the rules on you when you're following the rules. I do get that. It's super obnoxious. It's happened to me a billion times on those servers. It sucks. But, like, being a total frickin' asshole about it yourself? Good lord. I do like the swamp, too. It's just, the swamp is horrific for my purposes right now of trying to grow a Hipsy as quick as possible. If its food spawns worked correctly, or worked as every other location on the map worked, I should say, swamp would be a perfectly fine spot to try and get the world record on a Hipsy. But as it is right now, no chance. Zero. Yeah, low rule servers are where it's gotta be. Like, I think there's, like, some fun for some people in the high rule servers. Like, it's one of the things I've seen, like, with people talking about community servers on Path of Titans. Like, realism servers. Like, there's a fun to it, I'm sure, for, like, the role-playing aspect of it. But, like, for, like, just, like, the survival-playing aspect, I think high rule servers are counter to the game. Because you run into the people who sit there and rule lawyers everything and suck all the fun out of it. $50 a month for 100 slots is expensive, because 100 slots is nothing. That's why official servers fill up so easy. 100 people on a server is, like, small for how big this map is. I don't blame you. $50 a month is expensive even for adults, homie. Wow, Highlands. I've never spawned here before. That's crazy. Oh, they're never bumping their official count. Something that gets thrown around a lot is that I guess Dondi at some point made some quote about, like, how 100 players is, like, like, the number that they want. But, like, goddamn, dude. Come on. They could do better. When the no AI servers were first tested out for officials, way back when, like, that's like a year ago now, I think. They had, what, was it 150 or 180? Some considerably larger amount of player slots, but obviously the caveat was that there was no AI. The only AI that would spawn would be the stuff that could be dug up by Gallimimus and Beppy. And those servers ran really well. They would actually be full too. Because it was the new thing, so people were testing it. They would actually fill up. You'd actually get 150, 180 players or whatever it was on these no AI servers. And it was super fun. It ran well. It ran better than the normal servers did because it had no AI to keep track of. And then we had more players, so you had more player interactions, more hunting, more diverse things. But food was free. It wasn't free either. No AI, no free food. You didn't see hardly any mix packs on those servers at the time. There were like no mix packs. You could see like mega packs every now and again, but like mix packs, gone. Mega packs, way less. It was beautiful. I wish we still had that kind of server count, that kind of player engagement. The problem is that with the no AI servers, is people got sick of, well, I say people. The bottom rung of players that struggled to grow the most got frustrated with it because they would, struggle to grow the most. They would die the youngest. They'd be feeding the others because they sucked at the game. Kind of normal. And they switched back to playing the AI servers where it was easier for them to grow because they didn't really have to kill players to grow because they had AI. And once that kind of snowballed out, there were less players on the server. There's less reason to be on the server. Right? There's no AI. So if it's a 150 slot server and there's only, let's say, 80 people on it, but you don't even have AI, you're way worse off than if you played on a normal official server that only has 80 people on it. So it just snowballed out, and then the no AI servers became desolate because it was just way too risky. It was too difficult. A 3,000 slot server sounds insane. I've never heard of that. I've genuinely never heard of that. That's crazy. Imagine 3,000 players on this map. Whatever server that was would fry. 30K a year. Holy shit. Yeah. See, now that is what we call a poor financial decision. I don't think it's that difficult to find people on officials, especially because once you know the map, it's not that hard to find the places that people like to go to. So 100 is workable. I think it would be better with more, though. If there was less AI and more players, I think the game's more fun. That's just me. If it was like PEDS, but with American ping, so that I could play it more comfortably. Oh, here's a slightly better spawn. Here's an opportunity. This is a PB chance here. Here's a chance for a personal best. Ooh. Oh, and there's another Hipsy here. Go figure. Oh, it's probably one of you guys because I'm in a low pop server now. Gonna gank me. Make me pay for not playing in streamer mode. Here, I'm gonna use a new strategy. I'm gonna force my patrol zone. It's not working. Oh man, a 10-0. You know, that was supposed to work. I probably just ruined my PB for trying this. I could have gotten a PB if I tried it. Yep, there's a Raptor. Go figure. I can break these cuffs. Okay, I can't. Oh, wait. What's that? 10-second delay. That's interesting. See, I mean, I knew there was a delay. But now I have somebody who can confirm it. So when you stream for YouTube, it says that there's like a normal latency, low latency, ultra low. And I have it set to low latency. So I was hoping it'd be better. Oh, 5 seconds. Well, that's better. 5 seconds is better. Oh man, if the patrol zone was here. Come on, you. Well, I'm sure it's here for you. It needs to be here for me. And this is further proof that not being in a... Well, so here's the funny thing for chat here. If I friended him right now, join a group, there would be a 50-50 of me getting this patrol zone or the patrol zone resetting. And if it if it gave me the patrol zone, would that count? Ah, you turd. Would that count as being helped by another player? Right? Ethical dilemma here. For cheesing it. That... Did you bite me or did you just spit on me? That actually did a pretty decent amount of chance. Oh, I was accidentally clicking on my thing there. It actually did a decent amount of damage to me. That's crazy. Huh. Well, this might still have a chance at me getting a PB. I don't know about a world record, though. Oh yeah, the spit does damage. So, the bite, Hipsy's bite does 2 damage. I think its spit also does 2 damage. So we'll see if this paid off here, saving my running time by costing some growing time. Let's see how it pays off. Theoretically, the fastest you would ever grow a Hipsy would be if you spawned on a patrol zone that you also had the diets for, that it gave you the diets for. There was no, like, waiting around for the patrol zone to actually give you the diets. That'd be faster than going to any sanctuary or anything like that. I have seen that happen passively playing the game, but I've not had that happen to me while specifically speedrunning. I mean, if I did, obviously my time would be low. You think it would be if you spawned on the sanctuary? I don't know about that. Because ultimately, you'll still, like, you'll get that quicker early start, but you still gotta run out of the sanctuary and get to the patrol zone. I don't know. That's a good question. It's a good moral question. Well, mathematical question, I guess. Let's see. Where'd my S plant go? There it is. So see, I should be hitting sub-adult by now if I had gone to Sanctuary, but I didn't. So hopefully the time I have saved on running is where I'll make this up. That's the only way this strategy works out. So if I hit sub-adult maybe in the next couple seconds here. Kind of hard to see in though. I'm legally blind. Oh yeah, no, there's multiple S's over here. There's food all over. I'm just blind. Okay, just hit sub. We'll see how that pans out. Gonna cut it a little bit close. Oh, he's screaming for something. Let's see. Throw on Nocturnal super quick, just in case. You know the buff that I want for Hipsy Spit? I want it to knock Herrera's out of the fucking trees. Oh, he just walked right in front of me. That's what I think Hipsy Spit deserves. Knock those stupid fucking Herrera's out of their trees. Because it would be funny as shit. And they deserve it. What was that noise? I hadn't heard that one. Stupid tree iguanas. That is exactly it. They deserve, especially if Hipsy's going to be climbing, it's going to be up in the trees with those Herreras. They can kill it by pouncing on it. Out just in the trees, moving tree to tree. Gotta give Hipsy something, man. Let it knock those stupid little assholes out of the trees. They deserve it. Besides, odds are they'll just be able to climb back up. No, yeah, I'm saying Hipsy will be able to climb, but I'm saying once it's up in the trees with those Herreras, especially because it's going to be getting some like sideways bites and stuff. Oh man, you got to give it something. A time traveler. Yeah, because you've got me on that one screen, huh? So I'm just going to be zooming. He's getting it on both ends. Holy shit, is it dark, though? This isn't a world record. This isn't going to be a world record. But it will be, with a little luck, I think, it's going to be a personal best. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what time I could have really saved on here. If I spawned a little bit closer, could have saved a couple more seconds. If the patrol zone came in quicker, I could have saved maybe a minute. So whatever my PB is minus a minute is probably the theoretical best that spawn could have gotten. Because I did dick around for a while waiting for this patrol zone. Yeah, world record's gone. But let us see. It might not even be a PB, actually. Goddamn. Where did my dots go? Yep, it's not a PB either. That's crazy. I really lost that much time waiting for the patrol zone. I wonder what my time would have been if I just went for it. 10:46. So, theoretically, if I had gotten the patrol zone before I got up to here, or as soon as I got up here, that could have been a 9:46, or in that ballpark. That's crazy to think about. That with just a little bit better luck, that would have been a blowout. But, alas, it was not meant to be. Where are you at? I heard you chittering over here somewhere. Oh, yeah. You know, that took a little longer than I thought, actually. 59 attempts. This will be my 60th one. Let's call this next one my last one for the day before I got to go on and do my various errands, get food and whatnot. It's been nearly 4-hour stream. Not half bad, I'd say. Server I am on is AU3, I believe. So let's give her a go. Let's see if I get that South Plains. No. What a fitting end to the day, isn't it? What a fitting end to the day. At least I spawned in a decent spot for killing myself, maybe. Hold on, if I kill myself really quickly, I'll do one more run. Let's see. Come on. Oh, what a joke. Come on. Look at that. What a survivor. Unfortunately, that's not what I wanted. You hope it put a lot of people off speedrunning. It probably put a few off speedrunning. I think with Hipsy, it's going to be a little more boring now that the margin is getting tighter between me, you, and I think there are a couple other people that are still running it. The margin's a lot tighter, so you kind of have to get that better spot. You kind of have to get these ideal circumstances. I think people trying new things, trying Dryo, Beppy, Tenno, Packy, whatever, might make things a lot more interesting. Not quicker, so it'll be a lot slower, but more interesting. Man, I didn't even break my PB on this stream. 60 attempts, and I couldn't get a decent spawn to even break my own PB. That's crazy. Well, okay, one of them I could have maybe beaten my PB, but I kind of let myself get killed by a Carno. I could have maybe beat my PB that time. Yeah, I think Beppy is probably going to be the next lowest number you could get after Hipsy. At least of the things that are not carnivores. I think maybe Pteranodon. No. That's yeah, I guess Beppy's just gonna be the next quickest after Hipsy. My first run was like 12 minutes or something, which is good if you're like just passive. If you're playing the game normally, that's good. That's a good time. Which is why I thought it would be a good one to start with for officially going. And then I dropped it down to, what was it, 10:33? Called that real good. There we go. Well, my very first one, I think, was a 12-minute something. I wasted time on a chicken. But it is what it is. I think there were a lot of runs I had here that could have been pretty reasonable, pretty good attempts, but just didn't quite make the cut. For one reason or for another. Unlucky. It happens. I'm thinking that your idea might be right. So if the patrol zone on that last one there spawned quicker, that would have been a 9-minute something run. If the patrol zone spawned when I first got there. It wasn't a waste. It wasn't a waste because I entertained some of you guys and I had some fun myself. And besides, it's a weekend, so it's not like I had a whole lot better to do anyways. But it's also a learning experience, like I said. The patrol zone gamble could save a lot of time if the gamble pays off, but so far I tried it I think twice and it did not pay off either time. It did not pay off either time. So I'm guessing the optimal runs here for the Hipsy World Record is going to be getting a spawn close to the cliff at South Plains and going Sanctuary first, and then getting a patrol zone to spawn at that same spot sometime before you get there. And the alternative is spawning like right next to that one patrol zone like I had there, but it's spawning faster. Those are kind of the only two options for getting a world record down considerably. I don't think those are very high odds either way. I think those are both kind of lucky. Those both require a lot of luck. But I think those can do it, though. I think those are kind of what we're shooting for here for getting the theoretical best. Like you said before, that 930 is probably possible with one of those two spawns. Requires a little bit of luck, though. I'm glad you guys watched, though. I'm glad I had you guys with me here. Makes it a lot more fun, because if it wasn't for you guys here, I'd be just doing this by myself. It'd be like, oh yeah, I probably should update the title, huh? Call it, I'm probably just going to put outdated in the brackets or something, make it real simple. Yeah, I'm like 83 years old. It's a very close guess. I'm beyond geriatric. I'm Paleolithic in age. Yeah, no, I act like I'm 7 years old. I'm actually not, but I could see how you might make that mistake. Oh, I have no idea how to do that crossed font. I'm just going to put outdated on it. But once again, I'm going to call the stream here. Good 4-hour stream. Had a bit of a learning experience, and I got to entertain you guys for a little bit. I'm glad that all of you guys have been here to enjoy. And I thank you guys very much for joining the ride, even though the ride was mostly off the edge of cliffs and into deep water. But next time, odds are, I think I'll probably stream again next weekend for more runs. I'm not too satisfied with just doing 60 runs over and over for nothing, so I think I'll stream again in a week. It'd be kind of hard to stream on a weekday, so once again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.